I don't believe in my skills that much.
Yeah, but on the back, you got to think there's a big space there. You go for a little sort of chibi Geralt who's just sort of with a little love heart above him while
I don't know what
there's a
you
song
don't
being played
seem to
nearby.
understand about I'm not an illustrator.
That's why I go cute butcher and just have like bacon on it, and it's great.
Oh no!
Just add another T, and then on the back, just
We are actually
down.
legitimately live now, by the way.
What about just may contain butts?
May contain butt. It's a shirt. That'd be very concerning.
That's
That's the whole point. It's an actual concerning shirt.
I mean, technically, I
Can't
could
believe
change
it's not butter.
because the UTs line up. I could just change it to butts or butts question mark butts.
This
Full
question
stop.
mark would be a good one.
Butts question mark?
Yeah.
Butts.
Can you erase the B and change it to an N?
No.
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 No. I feel. I think butts might be winning so far just because of the what the fuck does that mean energy.
No, I was muted. Anyway, I was going to suggest cute but question mark, as if you're not sure if it is or not.
Cute butt?
But
And then your phone number underneath, so that you can get people in the graveyard who are dressed as jugglers to call and comment on the fact.
They weren't dressed as a juggler, they were a juggler, and they screamed because they thought I was a ghost.
now I want to point out, wearing a
They were
juggler,
jugglers,
I
but
don't
they
know
weren't
what
dressed.
it means, but I have a concept of someone just wearing a person juggling as a hat, and I don't need to know the real
Don't
version
know
of
what
it.
that means?
Okay, that's fair.
I don't know,
It
and I
means you
don't
found
need to know.
Leatherface.
So, Kaylee, by your logic, if it says,
They're still alive.
are you saying that a juggler can't wear juggler outfits?
Yes.
That sounds what you're saying. That's what
No,
you're saying.
I'm saying I said they were dressed as a juggler, which they weren't. They were just in jeans and a t-shirt.
They were
They were
dressed
an
as a
amateur juggler.
they
You
were
know?
dressed as a juggler, but they clearly
An
weren't a
amateur
juggler because they were dropping the balls every
Oh no,
single time.
they absolutely weren't an amateur juggler. I'm pretty sure I saw knives in their bag.
That
Maybe they
doesn't
weren't a
necessarily
juggler.
mean they're a
Yeah,
juggler. They
could
might
still
just be
an
a
amateur
robber.
juggler.
I mean, if they are a robber,
That
they
was
were
a side
putting on
quest.
a really good show, and you gotta respect that, you know.
Because
That's
Kaylee, I
murder.
think
It's like,
you
oh, they
meant
have
that
knives in
juggler.
their bag. They must be a juggler. Tell that to the police.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I swear, all I
they're
wanted
either a
to do
juggler
was juggle.
or about to go for your jugular.
Yeah.
I swear, all I wanted to do was juggle. Her remains.
Look.
Shit, no, wait, not the second thing.
Wow.
Going
Look,
down,
okay.
boy.
Okay, they may be like a mugger, but they're trying to work on a new career. They've gone into juggling, and they just really need some support right now. You need to let them work on their side business, okay?
Maybe-
They're going
maybe-
clean.
Maybe you just need to go for an ear test because you heard juggler and they said I'm a mugger, and you heard
What did
oh,
they
you're a
come back to
juggler.
anyway?
Yeah.
What was that,
Yeah.
Bob?
He
I
thought
like
I was a
jugglers.
ghost, so I think there was misunderstandings on both ends.
ends.
Yeah.
It might just been
Okay.
context. You've heard
That's a
of
one
glassing someone. It's the same but with a mug.
Yeah.
Mugging someone.
Yeah, of course.
That's a D&D one shot right there.
I don't know. I don't think a mug would do that much damage.
No, the juggler and the ghost.
Ah,
Alright.
it's
The
fine.
juggling ghost one shot.
So you
Juggler
know,
and the Ghost sounds like a good novel.
it's called Peeves. I got a laugh. I'll take it.
Ah!
Stop it, Bob.
Ah, hello.
Yes. Yes, Daddy. Wait,
Jesus?
Oh, what?
Want to point out that's recorded, James.
what?
I'm not the first one in the group to say daddy in an audible space. I win.
Well, actually, Kaylee,
I'm Mickey.
I don't know about that.
Anyone who wants to get me that sound clipping will automatically have an inspiration for next week.
Ah,
Give me a minute.
I can't. I'm not live.
Oh shit! I can't do it right. I can't do it while I'm live. I'll do it
I'm
after the
gonna
stream.
do it
Remind
right
me.
now.
Which
I'm
one?
facing the phone
Which
call.
one of those sound clips?
If actually,
Oh,
if,
the one I can hold over
because
James's head
I'm not
forever.
gonna get an
That's the
answer.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, we gotta use
I'm
it
gonna
for
make that my
blackmail.
move,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm definitely downloading that on my phone, so any parties we ever go to, I can just play that randomly.
I want to say,
Oh.
anybody who's watching my Twitch at the moment can do it. I can't do it while I'm live, I don't think. But other people can.
Well, that's why you guys got till next week. Once the video's out, you guys can. I can hear myself. Hello,
Yeah,
Chris.
you're very echoey.
Hello. I
Hey,
see. This is the
I'm all-
problem with
I'm all
the
about putting-
thing.
I'm all about
I'm
putting
going to
content
talk
into the
more
world.
softly
So,
today.
Why?
Oh no! Don't make it on the SMR channel.
no.
Welcome to Alterra.
Yeah.
Bob, it just sounds like you've got severe gas. Like, cataclysmic levels of gas.
Hi,
Look,
Warren, is that you? You've come
sometimes-
back.
Sometimes you just gotta have gas. Everyone farts. It's okay.
There's gas, and then there's that kind of gas, though. That's the kind of gas that you just go to the doctors.
No, that's the kind of gas that summons demons just straight up to high
I mean-
five you.
Would you not go to the doctors if you summoned a demon with burps?
I don't know. Like,
There are a
is
lot of people I'd go to if I
demon
summon
chill?
demons. Doctors aren't one of them.
Yeah, like is the demon chill?
Surely that would depend on the kind of doctor.
Exactly.
Or the type of demon?
Dr. Van
Which
Richten.
doctor would you go to?
Dr. Van Richten, for sure. Yeah, but he might kill us.
I should get a doctor
I think
in
you missed
specific.
that one. Which doctor would you go to?
Boo.
It's not funny if Witch Doctor is portrayed as a question, Neil. For goodness.
Which doctor?
No!
That doctor. We go to that doctor.
Today's stream is brought to you by Gags, Laughs, and everything else. Can we have the GM present the rest of it? Let's move this along.
I've
I'm
learned. to
sorry,
just
I
let
was
you play
late.
Advance.
Oh yeah, I should probably open the game.
Yeah.
Eh.
Hey, Bob, I'm happy. I was.
Open, so we've started.
I
But,
was
like I did better than last week.
Yeah, I
Right,
was
let's
specific.
start with introducing our characters. Wolfie, please, or Chris, someone. Let's get
Hi.
it going before.
Let's have the GM first.
Hi,
Oh, come
I'm
on.
Dragon Bob. I'm the one who was late for get this started.
Hey, it's
I
fine, Bob.
apologize.
I was
played
also.
Dr. Dormir.
Hey, Bob.
There you go.
I
Done
was-
and introduced.
Bob, I
Awesome.
was also late. Don't worry. I was just less late.
Alright. Are both streams on?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, Kaylee, unfortunately you are going to have to up your sensitivity just a little bit. Too much echo. Yeah, that'll take you to a different room.
No, kick me to a different room.
They're so sensitive already. Kaylee, you're so sensitive already.
Right, try
You've
that.
been banished.
Well,
Alright,
Usually
here we
Ben
go.
gets banished.
Is there any echoing?
Still is.
There is, but it's an acceptable amount.
I don't know.
Shut it,
Is
Bob.
there?
I know.
Welcome back to Alterra. Just gonna do a normal voice today. You know it's a Friday. I can
Mm.
have you guys be energetic enough for me now. I don't need to be energetic myself. Welcome back to the world of Terra, the Shattered Altsphere episode. I believe it's 10 now.
Yep.
The Yard.
Oh dear, we're
Wait
going to
for
the
me?
shed.
Who knows? Let's find out. Previously on Alterra, before we quickly do a character introductions, the players just met and discovered a new party member, but old ally from the old world, The Point. We then had a fantastic rock concert, a water slide, and we got the first quest from the warder, Ian Sharwood, leader of the Salvage Settlement and Outpost Rebellion, who said that they would not, or at least they would put a fight to returning your airship to you, unless you helped the rebellion out and infiltrated the Iron Core Fire Settlement outpost, an outpost for the Primal Monarchy, and stole an incoming supply ship from the Primal Homeland, which is said to be laden with supplies, valuables, and a number of goodies that would be of interest to the rebellion, and of course you would get your share of the spoils if you were able to take the ship, preferably with the supplies on, but the ship was the priority, and flew it back to the rebellion's headquarters of Bastion, hidden somewhere in the northern mountains. How you went about this quest was entirely up to the party, whether or not you wanted to blunt force your way through an entire settlement and outpost of fire giants,
Don't know what you mean.
as well as other creatures, All I'm saying is make sure you get that fire resistance. You may want to do some form of side quest or something to get some fire resistance because you're gonna need it.
I don't know. I don't think there's any other option, right?
Yeah.
Like, there doesn't seem like I can't think of anything else. I don't know about y'all.
Stop.
You
Sneak.
can either
Sneak is the
stealth
goal.
your
I
way
got fire resistant.
You could come up with some sort of plan involving by mercenary
Warlock human shield.
Monstro Guild outpost of, I believe it's Mind's Expanse. Actually, you guys are on the map. I'm not on the map. Let's have a look at the map.
Where is it?
Or you could somehow Mind's Expanse just to the
There it is.
southeast there.
Yeah.
You could potentially do something to do with Banshee's Grove, which is an outpost for the Radiant Empire. You would know just from the rebellion and just kind of rough rumor or anything the professor tells you that Black Vein Swamp is a renegade black dragon who is no longer affiliated with the Primal Monarchy, but apparently used to be.
Dibs.
He is now kind of an independent agent. Or you are pretty much free to do whatever you want. The ship arrives in about 2 weeks, I believe. 2 to 3 weeks. I'll work out the maths later. So you will probably just about make it if you're on foot, but you will have a little bit of leeway if you're on mounted travel. Probably enough time to go to one or the other of the other additional extra locations, such as Banshee's Grove and Mind's Bank. You probably won't have time to go back and forth and then Ironcore.
Yeah.
So at most you'll be able to go like Banshee's Grove, then Ironcore, or Mind's Expanse and Ironcore. Or you can spend some time exploring and kind of getting the perimeter feel of Ironcore. There is a dossier that I'm in the middle of making for you guys. That is information from the Rebellion, as well as some information from the Professor and anything that Gwent is willing to share with you. That they may know just from having been on the continent for a little bit of time. But that is going to have to do for next week because it's not finished this week.
Yep.
And also because you're probably not going to be able to leave Titan Guts yet anyway, so I don't really have to worry about what you're doing just yet. It'll take you at least a day on mounts to actually leave the Titan Guts kind of scrap yard here.
Mhm.
If you actually end up leaving today at all. There's a couple other scenes and bits and bobs to finish around the Rebellion's outpost here. But that is pretty much a summary of what you've been up to. You have obviously free reign of the map. You're also giving access to the yard. That's today's session tile, where it's an open space behind the outpost where they have helped you move your gecko hydras
Yeah.
with their webbed feet. They have also granted temporary permission for Drax to relocate to the yard.
Oh
He is
yay!
not to go anywhere near the actual main settlement, though. He is restricted to the yard and beyond.
Hey, he's not buggered off yet. That's pretty good.
He's not buggered, yeah.
And Drax, for the viewer, is the
Tentacle monster.
Aboleth? Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the weird Aboleth. But I guess he's technically an Aboleth, right? He's just a strange one.
His base race is Aboleth, but he
Yeah.
is a derivation. He is a subclass of Aboleth.
I've not met him yet. Can't wait.
Oh,
He's
no,
another
that's
tentacle
gonna be
monster. You'll get on
horrifying.
great.
So you have all that to look forward to there.
Blast him.
But those are your options. You don't have to worry too much about making choices just yet. We can do that over the next couple of weeks as you start to move out and actually explore. Today we're just finishing up essentially any business you want to do around the area, and also doing a little bit of practice montage and leveling up montage. So without that, let's get into a quick roundup of the players. Wolfie Wank starts off.
Howdy, I'm Wolfie Bane, and I'm going to be playing everyone's favourite menace to society, Alvina Alanor, the Wood Elf Barbarian.
Forgot Klepto.
I said menace to society, that's all-encompassing.
But you were going to say everybody's favourite Klepto.
No,
No, I've got a more favourite menace to society.
exactly. She's not James's favourite, but she's everybody else's favourite.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's you, Zormir.
I am Bob. I'm playing Dr. Zormir, the artificer shifter, who built the ship that the rebellion are currently holding on to.
I mean, it's a sweet, sweet ship, man. You do so much for the time.
It's a great
It's got a great aft.
Yeah.
Yep.
I built this ship. I want it. That's my
I
goal.
want it
Overall,
back. I'm
Mash
proud of
it.
my work.
Fuck you.
So I'm Ben. I'm playing Fuck You, the immortal agonistic arsonist bard goblin, who has some fun plans in store for Big Toe.
Yes! Set on fire.
Oh dear God.
And then watch him burn because he can't look away.
With that, we're going to immediately move on to Gwen.
Yeah, I play Gwent, the Centaur cleric, and I just want Dr. Zormir to fix his ship so I can use it to get the hell out of here.
You gonna Grand
That's all
Theft
I want.
Auto us?
You don't know.
We'll find out in due course. Lou.
Hi, I'm Neil. I play Lou Grimm, Tiefling Warlock turning sorcerer.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be interesting.
I love that.
You're getting out of your cult ways.
Something like that.
Find out after the introductions. Assassin.
That's me. I am society's second favorite menace, only because I have less PR. My name is my name is Kaylee. Sorry.
Your name is Assassin and playing Kaylee.
And I play Kaylee. I've actually been a kobold this whole time. Wow.
I'd buy it.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Look.
Two
Joel.
kobolds in a coat.
You're kind of short. It's more like 2.
As you can
I
all
said two kobolds.
You said 2 go.
Oh, I thought you said 3. Yeah.
unsurprisingly, as you can hear, I'm a little bit of a chaos monger. I'm playing a kobold rogue, partially warlock, but we'll be going fully from this point inwards into rogue.
Good to know. Thank you.
Exciting. The
So I
professor.
can destroy. I'm the professor. I'm James. Professor James Robertson. Yes, you know what? I am Professor James Robertson. Yes.
Fairly
and I
sure that
play-
can get you arrested.
Not-
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure you can get
Yes, I
fined
am.
for that.
Not a real
Yes.
If
See-
Alvina can be a professor, then
Yeah.
Alvina is a professor.
You
She
can.
is a professor of fields.
BSc,
I thought it was
MSc,
A fields.
etc., etc., etc.
She can
and
split it
I'm,
So don't take
uh,
a fictional character to worry about real life laws.
Exactly.
and and I'm an animancer, which is essentially like a sorcerer / cleric, but deals more in the way of the soul. And I am a warforged, which means I'm a giant robot person. Except I wasn't made. I'm actually a humanoid soul inside of a metal construct, metal / wood / whatever happens to be
You're a
about
real-
at the time.
So
No.
you're Alphonse Elric.
Kinda. Actually, yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Full Metal Alchemist.
I
Go watch
don't
it.
watch that.
You'll
Really?
I don't
James,
watch
you'll
that.
enjoy it. Go watch Full
You
Metal
probably
Alchemist.
would. I haven't
The
watched all
deepest
of it,
I've
but it is
dived-
pretty good.
The deepest I've dived is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, but you'll really like.
And-
trust me,
JoJo's
you'll
deeper.
really like
JoJo's
it.
deeper.
That's a
Jo-
choice, yeah.
JoJo's
Okay.
deeper than Full Metal Alchemist by a lot.
Alright.
Really?
And
Okay.
our latest character, the Point.
Hello there, I'm Alistair, and I am playing the dwarven rock star known as The Point, formerly known as The Cap, formerly known as The Corner, formerly known as The Vertex, formerly known as The Merida Black Star Experience.
Who asked an elf, don't tell the elf. Yes, last week.
Yeah, I did do that last week.
I love that energy.
But
I
yes,
mean,
that-
ask
these are-
Alvina not to tell themselves is
Yeah.
valid.
And people say she's the dumb one.
As our merry
She is.
band of adventurers today. Before we get into the
Those
main,
are hooligans.
Who look
Before we
menacing.
catch up with the timeline, we are going to flash back a little bit to the previous night, the second night you guys, or the first night you guys arrived actually in the settlement and actually got a long rest. As this camera pans over the spring figure of Lou Grimm. Just having gotten to sleep, they seem to be having a pleasant sleep, not tossing and turning just yet. And as the camera goes into Lou's mind, Neil, I hope you thought about my previous question about what is Lou dreaming about, because we're about to find
yes.
out. Why don't you describe to us what the camera sees as they enter Lou's dream pre-invasion?
Going to bed, I went to sleep as normal, and so far into sleep, I started tossing and turning, because I just said to at least the professor of how I got the warlock abilities. So he's dreaming about that night. What a terrible night it was. So there's sweat pouring down his head, tossing and turning,
If I
screaming,
remember correctly,
"No, you can't control
wasn't there?
me. I won't let you. You
And as
can't
you do
make me."
so, the voice that you once heard is weak, but subtle and soft, almost trying to mimic your own speech pattern, trying to address you as if a thought inside your own head. That previous voice that you know so well as the imprisoned control gives way to a more dominant voice, a larger voice, a more confident voice, a voice that hasn't been restricted to subtle maneuvering through the generations and eons, a voice that is fully in control. You see the world around you begin to whisk, almost freezing in place. There's so subtle signs of movement, a flicker of flame or an object or person just ever so slightly moving, but the world begins to kind of fade back, almost taking on a whispered, kind of grey appearance as you fall deep within the ethereal realm, having previously traversed the dreamscape. In your dream, you have gone into the realm of another, as you see a dark figure in front of you, formless, kind of just a haze of darkness, the origins of the booming voice creeping towards you. Annoy hatred. How fascinating. Yeah. Now that I've had more time with your mind, I can see more. Thought, ideas, just at the edge of my vision, but with colors and strings and vibrations unlike those of all my many other thoughts. Lou, tell me, Lou, why did you accept my patronage? In this other version of me that I can see connected to you, so much weaker. What drew you to my power?
I was compelled to accept you by some entities I seen in a forest one night. It was
Why?
almost like I was possessed by something.
And have you enjoyed the lessons my previous form have departed to you? Have you enjoyed the control over your own life, your own destiny?
Initially, for a while, yes, it was quite fun. But
Initially. And what did my previous persona ask of you in return for more of my gift?
for me, basically, do what he asked. No questions asked.
You are not from this world, are you?
I'm from a different Alterra.
The only thing that makes sense. Yes, I see it now. Out of all the imaginings, all the stories, all the concepts that have flown through my brain over the eons, every new idea I have tasted, every concept I have reveled in, this is but one of many. It has been theorized that your existence, your arrival, proves it true. You could be of value to me, even if you are a lesser mind. What is it you seek now? A way home, perhaps? I could help you. I could give that to you. If you come to the Republic, we have knowledge and technology light years ahead of anything you'll find in this world. We could help you get home. Are there others?
I've met a couple of people along the way.
Others from the world, are they here with you? Or are you alone? If you're alone, we can help you. You mustn't need to be alone.
I'm alone, but I have ways of getting back to my own Alterra.
Do you now?
I do.
Oh dear.
Year.
Wonder. Do you speak true, or do you attempt to lie to intelligence that has existed since the dawn of creation? Since the psionic field was first weaved into existence by the Arcanine? Do you believe that you can lie to me?
No.
He's just very antisocial. He's actually not lying in any way. He just thinks that we all hate him.
Oh man. Remember when last week I said, oh, please don't interact with this normal person from this world. Please don't tell them about other universes.
I need you
Oh no.
to make me a deception check.
Yeah, hey, I only told normal people. I didn't tell a god.
The idea is the same. Don't tell normal people and better. Start at the
Okay.
bottom. Don't tell normal people and everyone above that.
That's pretty good. Not good enough. That's pretty good. We got 3.
I see. As you see the wisp of a figure, this outline of a shadow begin to kind of solidify, take form, and you see before you this short-haired, slick, black-haired, kind of middle-aged man in a black and white suit. Step in front of you, kind of in kind of
Beetlejuice.
slightly muscular.
I must say, for some
Got
reason, I'm
a-
imagining Sean Connery. I don't know why.
Slightly
just imagining
muscular.
President
It's weird, I was
Without
thinking
the kind
Idris
of
Elba.
Markiplier.
I was thinking of insert man.
I just thought this was the
brings-
personification of capitalism.
It's
And you would be the
Markiplier,
closest so
Unus
far.
Annus.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Hush you.
Well,
No, this
I'll-
guy's got hair.
the views of the professor and James are not affiliated
Yeah.
with Alterra or Chris McKenzie in any way.
What? I
Oh,
just
Wolfie
said
Bane.
2 words. I just said a name. I just
What do you
said
mean?
a person. I just said
I mean,
the
it's
name of
not
a
like we
song.
said eat the rich or anything like that, Chris.
Yeah, no. we
All but
first
one.
said-
That's
What?
I'm just stopping, I'm gonna stop you
Excuse
there,
me?
okay?
I don't understand. It's not like
Uh,
we're saying those things or promoting those ideas.
I'll get back to the story.
Definitely not.
Yeah,
Wink.
no. Yeah.
Wink.
Wink. Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
I feel like I need to give you the demon voice there, Chris.
No, the whole point of Control is he tries to be approachable.
He's got a good
No,
PRT.
that's to silence us.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can. Me?
I see. If that's what you wish me to believe, then so be it. So you're alone
Yes.
in this world, but you have a way home.
I have ideas, and ways of making them work.
Ah, ideas. So not a solution, but possibilities. And what do you need for these ideas? Maybe I can help.
I need peace.
Peace.
700,
Nobody bothering me.
700
so I can get
tons.
on and do this.
700 tons of butter.
A what?
Oh my god,
700
yeah.
tons of
And
butter.
a drum of grape jam. Please. A desk of
700 tons of
Cheez-Its.
butter is now gonna be on my t-shirt. That's it.
I want that to be a Cards Against Humanity.
It'd work.
Lou, was it? Can I call you Lou?
I suppose.
Why do I get the impression, Lou, that you're not being very cooperative?
Because he's not.
I'm being
I-
cooperative. Yeah, maybe just being a little paranoid for no reason.
I understand. Lou, you're from a world in which clearly the previous version of me wasn't as beneficial to you, but I like to take care of my friends. I like to make sure you're well prepared for. After all, what is this world if not a win-win solution kind of place? There's no mechanical benefit. Do you not wish for more power, more control? Hell, why even go home? I could offer you whatever you want. The first Noid, patron to president. Huh. It'd be quite the... Well, I'll be honest with you. Quite the jealousy-invoking position among my more senior congressmen. But then, I've always found their attitudes to be slightly elitist. They don't truly understand the Noid mind, you see. The Noid mind's a wonderful, beautiful thing, connected to your soul energy. It's able to expand and explore new ideas. They think I don't know. But that's the problem with these mind flayers, the holders, and Avaleth. They think they can lie to me. They think they can subvert me. I'm well aware of who really generates their ideas, the mind factories they try to hide from me. New concepts and ideas, that's the problem with monsters. Not very imaginative, not like the Noid mind. Wouldn't you
Yeah, they just sound
say?
like people that you can't trust.
Ah, but Lou, why trust someone when you can have a mutually beneficial relationship?
The thing about untrustworthy people, you can trust them to be untrustworthy.
True.
So Lou, I'll be blunt with you. I'm an honest individual. I don't need to lie. What can I offer you in exchange for your cooperation?
Nothing? With all due respect.
Let's see. Then I guess that leads us to one inevitable conclusion. It's a real shame, Lou. This is
I'll
why
be on my merry way and can both live our lives out happily.
You know, you're quite a unique individual. Do you know why I've never taken a Noid Warlock before?
Because they're usually lesser beings and pretty much useless to you.
No, like I said, I appreciate the Noid mind. I think it has value. No, the reason I never have is because no one's ever survived. The sheer weight of my intelligence and power, it breaks instantly. I've tried withholding, giving slithers of my power to the mates before, and every time their souls can't handle it, they burst, bleeding and screaming in agony. But you have a tolerance. The connection's already been made, and you are withstanding it. That makes you very valuable to me. And do you know what that means, Blue?
I'm special? Because
Yes,
this I
you
already
are.
knew. People have been telling me that all my life. So this is not news to me. Sorry to break that to you.
It means, Lou, that you don't get to say no.
I can say no.
And with that, I'm going to need you to make me a charisma saving throw. As Elder President Control attempts to burrow their essence into your mind, attempting to take control of you. As suddenly, the figure in front of you, this black and white suit wearing man with short, slicked back black hair and a pointy chin and nose with these kind of all-seeing eyes that seem to burrow into your very essence. He flashes forward. Just a minute he's there, and the next he's standing in front of you with this strange kind of static energy of a horror protagonist.
Oh shit, it is Markiplier.
As he reaches up
I
and
was
he
gonna say
plunges his hand into your forehead, going all the way through. You can feel his fingers moving along your brain, burrowing into your essence, attempting to take control of you. And you can feel yourself beginning to slip away with a psionic connection between the two of you, a slither of his essence attempting to penetrate into your very persona, to erase your mind and take full control of it. And as you try to push back, you can feel your mind straining, your soul straining under the power. This could go one of either two ways. Either he could take full domination of you, or he might just destroy you in the process, and he seems to be willing to take the risk. How do you feel as your life hangs in the balance? Either way, death or complete, essentially, cognitive paralysis await you.
I feel like I'm getting an unwanted head massage.
So optimistic. And as he does so, this is when you feel something familiar. It's not quite new. It's always been there, really, but you never really connected it before. It's only now that everything around you appears to be disconnecting, that you can see between the cracks of your reality that are beginning to form a chrysalis outside the cracks, this kind of rainbow crystal dimension floating beyond your reach, and you can feel energy kind of seeping in it. It appears to be a part of you, and yet you're connecting to something bigger than yourself. But it's there, waiting for you to channel it, waiting for you to divert it how you will, do something with it. And as you kind of reach out and take hold of this power, you can feel the thought kind of forming in the center of your brain of, how do you want to direct it? You could use it to shield yourself, you could use it to blast back, you could use it to teleport away, you could channel it in so many different ways. What would you like to do with this new power at your fingertips, Neil?
I will shield myself.
You'd like to shield yourself, and as you do so, go ahead and give me another charisma save. As the magic begins bolstering your defense, pushing back against Elder Control. You can even see the figure standing right in front of you, the cracks kind of seeping in around him and kind of the energy spiraling around you. You can see that he's starting to kind of feel a resistance as some invisible yet strangely visible, this kind of rainbow aura that's just faintly at the edge of your vision begins kind of pushing outwards, pushing against him, kind of pushing his hand back out as you can feel it kind of being forced out, and his face is starting to strain now. You can see that, well, he's turning angry now. As suddenly the energy kind of swells in you and explodes outwards, as I need you to roll me a D100.
Holy shit, he did explode. He did initiate. He really did initiate self-destruct. Please get potted.
Chaos!
Please get potted plant.
I want
34?
Fireball. I know Fireball's like 60 odd or something.
Fireball's 2, I think.
Can you imagine if in his sleep a tiefling in it
Spontaneous
Boom!
combustion.
suddenly exploded with fire. I'm just standing there watching this as your guard.
Fuck you, comes and see the blue flames.
Anyway,
As suddenly the magic swells around. Lou, what do you actually use as a spell casting focus? Do you have a wand, a rod, a arcanite ring? What do you use?
Gerbil.
I do. What did I take?
I want to say you had a staff, like the little short staffs.
It's your choice. Either have a look, see what you did have, or make something new if you didn't pick a focus.
God, jeez.
It's entirely a flavor thing.
Can Siberius Dragon Shard be of arcane focus?
What's that? A dragard?
Dragon Shard.
Yeah, as long as you tip it with
Yeah,
arcanite.
I've got
I
a
don't care.
Siberius Dragon Shard. You have a close affinity dragon marks and are a vital part of any dragon mark focus item.
Fair, let's pop a little arcanite cap on there and it's good to go.
Yeah,
You can incorporate arcanite into anything and channel through it.
you can.
As you suddenly materializing in your hand is your dragon shard, the little arcanite tip gleaming in it. And you can feel the magic kind of pouring into it as you get you can maximize the damage on your next damaging spell you cast within the next minute, as if it's
Fuck yeah.
calling to you to not only protect yourself, but to truly take control of your destiny and blast President Control away. What spell would you like to cast free of charge? Because you're in a dream.
Meteor swarm.
Eldritch Blast.
As the power of magic swirls around you, your soul finally tapping into something that has always been there and yet ever so slightly out of your reach, out of your vision.
Is this like any spell?
Yeah, it's wild
just
magic.
any
Search.
spell
Just
I
any
have.
spell. No, any spell you want. Go for it.
Stop.
That's not a damage.
Currently connected to the weave itself.
Go on.
Time stop is a good shout, actually.
Preferably a damaging spell for
Yeah,
the
but
flavor.
I'm about to say damaging
Time
spell.
stop isn't going to do anything here.
Meteor swarm. Do the meteors. Go all out.
There's mockery. The best.
Vicious
Wish
mockery.
us back to regular Alterra.
Up yours.
Prismatic Spray. My favorite spell. Come on.
Oh, I've got a... I know a decent one. Give me a second. I'll message him. If I can find him before he's decided.
Illusory Dragon.
I was going to say that, damn it.
Ah. Create an
Ruined-
illusory dragon above the Hobbit house.
Earsworm is a different shout.
Don't meteor swarm the village, please.
No,
No,
you're
it's
the one
fine.
standing
In the
guard.
dream.
He's meteor swarming you.
It's Neil's decision,
Oh, oh.
sadly.
Okay, Neil, the other one I'm going to suggest is just disintegrate. That's a pretty appropriate one, right? Hard max disintegrate.
How about Hunter's Mark? At last. At last a Hunter's Mark that does something.
6 damage.
I will go for bit of a trope, but fireball.
I was about to say it's going to be fireball, isn't it?
Fair.
It's the best known spell for a
Yildiva
reason. It's a classic. Yeah.
As you do so, you can feel the magic swirling around you pour into your dragon shard as it blasts forward, and you can see the little dots forming as a bead of fire moves out towards the center, the chest of President Control. As suddenly, well, describe what you look like. Are you grinning at this point? Have you got a kind of nonchalant smile on? You know, this is your moment of victory as a fireball is about to blow up in this guy's face.
It's a
why don't you
little
narrate
wry
for me?
smile. You know, just coming up at the corner.
Yeah, well, a smile pops
like-
up as
I've got you now, you bastard.
President Control's eyes go wide as suddenly his form is blasted back to you, your arcane shield protecting you from the flames as the world distorts around you. And suddenly,
1 second.
you bolt upright in the canvas tent of salvage, sweat beating down your face. Probably middle of the night, maybe 4 hours have gone past, everyone else is slumbering around you. But you're awake, and as you sit up in your tent, you still feel it. Something new, something familiar, something that's always been there, and yes, you can access a small pool of arcane energy within your very soul. As congratulations, you have leveled up.
Woohoo!
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da!
I didn't finish it for.
Yeah, that's why. We did it separately, so it's fine.
I mean, he lost hit points. It's more of a lateral move, and I would say
It's not many. It's only like
2.
4.
Yeah,
That's a lot more than I thought!
a lateral move, to be honest.
But while
I mean,
you do
I
have
know every HP counts, but grand scheme of things, it's not too
Nah,
bad,
the
I
only-
suppose.
The only hit point that matters is the last one.
Yes.
yeah, everything else is just armor.
That's what every
Oh
pal-
wow,
that's
that feels like a memorable quote.
that's what every paladin says.
Oh, it's how I perceive hit points now. It's
No,
just
but
plot
like
armor.
I love the just life quote. Hit points don't matter except the last one. The rest is just plot armor.
Forget live, laugh, love.
Yeah. In this house.
Yeah.
It's fair. But yes, while you feel this new power in forming as you now have a level in, it was wild magic sorcerer, right?
Yes.
We went with?
I hope so, otherwise that entire dream
I hope
sequence
so.
got real weird.
3 levels, in fact.
But just the one level.
Isn't it a third
Level for
level
now.
thing, sorcerer?
No, it's level 1.
13, James. I just gave them additional stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
So sorcerer is one of the ones that you get at level 1.
I thought it was 3.
No, 'cause
No,
like,
no.
it's your birthright.
most- Yeah, sorcerer would be weird.
You were born like this.
Sorcerer's
You're a
weird.
sorcerer, James.
I think it's sorcerer and cleric. That's the 2 that get level 1.
Wait, does this mean that sorcerers are Maybelline?
Yes.
Because
Harry
we're
Potter's-
worth it.
Harry Potter is basically a sorcerer.
That's actually just
No.
stated.
He's a wizard.
You're a
No.
wizard,
Harry
Harry.
Rogue.
No, this is one the Americans actually incidentally got 100% correct. He's a sorcerer.
It's not his rock though.
He's a sorcerer wizard multiclass. When he turns 11, he multiclasses into wizard because it's intelligence based.
Kind
No,
of.
the first 2 years, he just spends the entire time running around doing minor cantrips.
Plus, he gets
He's a
told,
warlock
You're a wizard, Harry.
by Hagrid.
Yes.
I don't know.
The
He's,
barbarian wizard. Yes, that's the exact person.
What spells
Nice.
does he cast during the first 2 films? You only really
Like,
seen casting
he casts-
Wingardium
he
Leviosa.
casts- What are you talking about? He casts Misty Step. He gets onto the roof of the schoolhouse at the start of the first
I
book.
feel we've gone off track.
Yeah.
No, we haven't.
That's
And
fair.
that's-
That's
That's
Thank
a
you.
you use
Uh,
that as a rogue archetype.
Thank you, sidetrack demon. Let's get back on
Crack
track.
demon.
Like, I
You
feel
gotta-
like the
you gotta
sidetrack
keep
demon is gonna be a thing now.
I
The sidetrack demon is the final boss.
I'm not gonna lie, I misheard it and I thought you said thank you, crack demon.
I mean, let's all,
Campaign was
You weren't
going
supposed to
different.
hear that one.
That's
yeah,
a
let's all thank our
post-stream
Lord and Savior,
thing.
the
Look,
crack demon, for sure. The hormone monster and the crack demon. Our lords and saviors.
But yes, you have one level in sorcerer now. You still feel the connection to President Elder there, but you can now feel this kind of very thin barrier over it. So you aren't completely protected. You'd still have to want to find a way to slowly sever the connection or start converting it into arcane power by honing your sorcerer's abilities. But we'll get to that at future level ups.
I can sever it if you like.
It's
Cool.
currently cling filmed. You need to put it in a Ziploc bag and put it in the fridge.
You basically put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
Alvina can sever it for you anytime you like.
Yeah, you'll eat it. You'll eat it after the fact. Wait, what's this? Some sort of magical goo? Oh, I don't feel so good.
No, it's just calamari. It's fine.
Yes.
It's calamari. It's
No.
fine.
What are you doing? No, absorb me.
Can you imagine Barbarian just eat, like, tentacle monster gets ejected from person's brain. Barbarian finds it, goes sweet, stabs it, picks it up, roasts it, and eats it.
I can now. It's certainly up there on the kind of thing Alvina would do.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Alright. As we return back to the main timeline, we kind of forward the half a day that actually passed to you guys having received your mission. You are eventually kind of directed towards the yard and able to get your hideout in there and all that, but we'll come to that in the second half of the session after the montages. Before we switch maps, just sign up to switch maps right now.
I believe I'm
First. First, a day or two pass, your kind of choice how long you'd like to actually spend on downtime. Either way, you'll level up during them, and you are now officially leveled up for those who got a level up.
yeah.
Thank God. I didn't have to level up.
It's fine, but I had Barbarian level 9. I just had to, like, add 3 things to my character sheet and I was done.
There was genuine panic when I read it and was like, you mean I have to level up my character before the session in like a few hours? No! And then realised I was Jared's 19.
Yes, the 3 of the other characters who haven't leveled up will level up after a couple of sessions. Since you guys are effectively new, and this is the first session you're actually having with the party fully, you gotta wait a little bit. You know, the other guys
only appeared one session before us. What are you talking about?
He was there a couple of sessions.
No, Gwen appeared in like session 3.
Yeah.
You guys appeared in session 7.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor Steve.
Gwen's still
Oh
my
God.
level up, you
Yeah,
son
Gwen-
of a bitch.
Gwen-
Steve really didn't last long, did he?
No, he didn't. Steve technically,
Yeah.
we left Steve for dead in session 1.
Yeah, I survived until at
It
least
just took
session
him
5
so
or
much
6.
longer to die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Session 2 was just Steve surviving somehow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get. No, I
Steve
thought
lasted for a
he
session
died
and a
in
half.
6 or 7. Yeah. Jeez.
No.
All right.
Steve went quick.
Okay.
Oh,
My bad.
Steve.
Okay, I'll hold my hands up to that one.
Yeah, that's why
okay.
Alvina literally made his grave in the cemetery, remember? Probably spelt wrong,
Yeah.
but still. I had to believe it
It's
was
not
definitely
that
spelled.
counts.
Yeah, it was spelled wrong. You spelled it STV.
So, yes, these guys have had 7 to 9 sessions to level up their character. You've
Oof.
had like 2.
And those were flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I meant the last 2 sessions where you were just doing roleplay.
Yeah, I believe
Yeah.
I believe
Those ones don't count.
Alvina had like rampaged off carrying Assassin and Abigail to find Zormir. Like immediately after that session.
Yes, we're effectively going to do some montage. We're going to do some little vignettes of you guys leveling up, little short stories here in the montage. So I not only want you guys to give me a description of what you're doing for your level up, which I believe I did assign you as homework to see how many of you remember that.
Yep.
And if not, you can come up with it now. And then I'll just ask, after that, we'll do a little round of, is there anything you guys want to do before we kind of go to training with the Hydras in the yard for a bit of definitely not combat.
It's taming.
Yeah, no problem. So let's go around it in line. For now, I just want a little montage, a little scenes of you guys leveling up, doing whatever it was you decided you wanted to do for your little bits of your story. Let's start with Wolfie. We'll go around based on the Roll20 order per standard.
Okay, now
What's Alvina doing?
Now, if memory serves, this will be after she's found Zormir, so it'll be it for the montage, because whatever happens there happens. But I'll come to that later. Alvina, if memory serves, she ate something, which was quite nice. Then stepped over, like went out to do some exercise, as you do after a big meal like Alvina, so it's probably a meal that would be fit for 12 people.
Exercise after eating.
Stubbed her toe on a table and got real angry about it. So kick the table leg out and then punch some holes in this mountain, probably. And it actually took. So she's punched some holes on a mountainside, which were definitely crits, which definitely would have hit it hard. And realised she's gotten a bit angrier.
So you level up by punching mountains.
Yes, successfully.
Okay.
I've damaged the mountain.
You level up in Barbarian by punching the literal world apart.
Yes.
I mean,
That's
for
alright.
barbarian,
Okay.
that sounds about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I
Now you
mean,
just have a vengeance
Oh.
against rocks now.
Also,
have you-
it's very appropriate
have you-
for the level that Barbarian gets +1 to rage damage and brutal critical.
that's fair.
Fair.
I mean, have you heard perhaps of therapy? Talking your problems out?
I have thought of talking my problems out. That's what the therapist is for. That's how I learned how to throw people.
Ah, I see. Proficient in therapy.
It's the therapy rock.
It's the therapy. It's the therapy rock. Just because there's some like fists, there's some very large craters about a foot in diameter.
Yeah.
Some little kid was watching
Wow.
you and you's now playing with the therapy rock too.
It's that fangirl.
was-
It's the fangirl she got last.
It's theorized that thousands of years ago, meteors or parts of distant pieces of the Altphere careened into this mountain. No, it wasn't. My great granddad said that it was a woman punching.
It was
Well,
a
shut
crazy
up.
elf lady with glowing
Shut up.
eyes.
He came from another world and fell out of the
How,
sky
how
in a
did
giant
the
rocket
how did the
ship.
meteorite get inside this cave?
Well, it was dragged in, obviously.
Oh, did everyone
How
else
did it hit?
disconnect from Roll20 or did I disconnect?
Don't ask me questions.
No,
It was clearly pieces of other worlds.
no,
it was not
connect.
some woman that fell from another world.
Thank you, sidetrack demon.
Go away, crack demon. We're allowed to be sidetracked.
I was adding to the world, the mystic and majesty of the world.
The world can stay for a little while longer. Let us concentrate on the world right now.
Depends how angry Alvina gets.
Right, we already established what Wolfie does to level up. He punches a fucking rock.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We move on to Zormir. Flash over to Zormir.
I think it would be a case of talking with the dwarfs, showing them techniques that I've learned
Teach
throughout
him.
the years of being an artificer, and basically coming up with, seeing what I can come up with the new combined sort of damn it, the word escapes me. What is it again? Arcanite. Thank you. Thanks, Ben. I needed someone. But
Hi.
I need a
Theorizing
hero.
theorizing on what I can build with the combined Arcanites.
Lasers.
That's fair. And you can actually get some information in return here for the base hybrid Arcanites, which I'll give you in a little bit here as part of your level up effectively. But do you teach all 5 of the Bruise Shoulder children?
Yeah.
You got told not to teach
The
one
weird.
of them.
Yeah, there was one of
'cause
them
he's-
which was like he's gonna go off.
He's useless.
It was
I
the
believe-
tailor, I believe.
It was
Aye,
Darren.
aye.
Yeah, the one I actually enjoyed.
Darren the Tailor.
My favourite's Yuki.
But more importantly, I'm going to need you to make me a Wisdom Insight check.
Ooh.
Ooh. They're all lying to you.
Wisdom.
They're not actually
Insight.
dwarves.
They're just very tall, hairy.
Why is that so funny to me?
You're welcome.
I have a cunning plan to put on a beard and appear as a dwarf. So.
It's what Mary and Pippin have been drinking in forests.
Mm-hmm.
What was it?
But yes, you successfully prevent any problems from arising while teaching them and their contrasting personalities, very quickly putting a stop to any kind of experimentation that might result in explosions or death,
Damn.
as they're very clearly novices. But you've Has Zormir taught before?
Uh,
You seem to be naturally good at it, if not, but if so, then
You're a professor.
yeah.
he's
Yeah, the good teacher.
a professor in psychology, so
Oh, okay.
That makes
Dr.
You might
Zormir.
want to speak to
What?
Alvina.
Sorry, you're professor in psycho. Why not go as Professor Zormir then?
Dr. Zormir, the psychologist. I
What?
had to come up. I came up with something.
If you're a professor, go as Professor Zormir Escar. Jesus.
There's nothing
You
wrong
want to
with
sound
Doctor.
fancy.
That's proof.
Yeah.
2 of us have actual professors. You're not actually a professor, are you, Professor?
Yes.
I don't
got a
believe you.
doctor in psychology.
Both in real life and in the game.
Lies.
Sure.
That's part of my backstory. I was person was teaching me criminal psychology. Who was
Professor, Doctor.
assassinated.
It's a Doctor Police Officer.
Professorson.
That's fair. But as you're teaching them, you eventually kind of as you're giving them knowledge on the base Arcanites, they're able to help you kind of piece together knowledge of the common, or I guess uncommon. All base Arcanites uncommon. The uncommon 6 hybrid Arcanites that are prevalent in the localized area in the Scrapland. There is tales of other hybrid Arcanites kind of forming in different regions of the cosmos, but the 6 that are prevalent to your kind of sector are these, which I will update in a handout later along with the other base Arcanites for you. We'll call it the Arcanite handout. But you learn of a Maroon Momentum Arcanite, which you've already seen in play with the Momentum Shields, and the party might remember from the experimental from the regular Maroon Nothics that stole Steve,
Mhm.
who seem to have a bit of Maroon Arcanite kind of embedded into them. You already have a pretty good idea of what that does. You've yet to come across Amber Arcanite. The dwarfs are able to tell you that it's about its magnifying properties. It seems to be able to increase and decrease the relative size of objects and effects. Yet to come across. You actually have come across Teal Arcanite in the Eye of the Mechanical Beholder.
I want Teal Arcanite.
Which is the Eye of the Mechanical Beholder that protects the Tower of Death for crossbows. It's able to, it kind of is obviously a combination of blue, green, and white, and it's able to convert spells and magical effects into pure mana and vice versa, and allows for mana potions as well as mana absorbing effects.
And I own 2 Vermilion.
Yep, you're aware of. Well, I don't believe this party has ever seen Indigo Arcanite, but the players will remember the experimental Indigo Nothic that was able to use its eye to kind of suck in light and various other effects.
Yeah.
It seems to have a black hole-like effect, being able to consume matter and magic alike.
I have its eye and brain.
Oh, that you do.
You forgot about that.
You would.
Yeah, of course. I have a bag of coaling. It's like a cold
It
storage
wouldn't be
thing.
in usable form for you, but with your equipment
that's why I'm
back at
studying it.
Bastion,
Yeah.
with your equipment back at Bastion, you could potentially attempt to extract the Indigo Arcanite from it,
Awesome.
at least from the eye.
That's cool.
Just real quick before we go on, while it's on the screen there, it was more of a throwaway thing last week, but the professor I mentioned had like a recording sort of equipment in their brain faceplate kind of thing. Could that be just like for flavor, like amber arcanite dust? Like it increases and decreases relative size. Could that be like a recording sort of zoom in, zoom out function type thing? More for flavor than anything else. It has no mechanical bearing on the game, but
Yeah, you just have a dust. It would be enough to do anything, but yeah, that's fine.
thank you. Cool.
Who knows? Maybe.
God, I hope not.
I like avocado. It's delicious.
Find some, we'll find out.
So grinding red arcanite for spice, and then avocado arcanite.
Is that even guacamole?
God.
I'm making fajitas, guys.
Oh my god. I'm
Minus
just
the
imagining- I'm
jalapenos.
imagining-
What's the toast Arcanite?
I'm imagining
More
Rebel.
importantly, Kaylee, what color is cream made out of?
What do you mean?
Taco.
It's a whole thing of white. What would you add to white to get to cream?
Oh, so like I'll basically
Green?
like a fucking ochre. It's like a slightly warm.
Interesting. Let's discuss this later, and
Yellowy orange.
we'll explore the cosmos for various colors.
Okay,
Sour
okay.
cream,
But
Malkanite.
also, I am enjoying the energy of like the equivalent of like boomer rebels being like, you damn kids, if you stopped buying your avocado arcanite, you could afford a weapon to take back yours.
You could afford real blue and yellow arcanite to bomb the.
You just hurl
Yeah.
avocados at the
You don't buy
enemies.
avocado arcanite.
Two ripe avocados.
Obviously, you've already got your Vermilion Arcanite, which was used to make laser-like effects, which was used to make the water spout streams that cause so much damage to
It
Zormir.
nearly killed Zormir.
Really killed you.
Mhm.
And you've got your Avocado Pulsing Arcanite for pulsating effects.
Define pulsating.
Sure.
Like
I just feel like
destructive wave or like wub wub wub. What are we talking here?
The wave
Depends how it's
function of
realized.
the
Okay.
the wave function of the tidal wave thing that the kids enjoyed last week.
I thought it was just
Uh,
hydromancy.
Oh yeah,
Could
that
do
was
that.
Hydromancy.
Yeah.
All right, well, fine then.
Zormir's-
Gar is technically a subclass of Druid. He's an Elemancer.
Nice.
I
but
actually
he
thought it was a druid. I thought it was one of the Circle of the Land. And he was
I-
Coast. That's what I thought
I
it was.
figured druid as well.
I was thinking water genasi.
He's a turtle. That's the only reason I knew he wasn't that.
He's a Portal.
Yeah.
It's because power's more slightly limited here, so he just specializes in water, so he's a Hydromancer.
Cool.
He doesn't have to kill you. He's not technically a class.
NPCs
that
don't
one.
have to be class. It's the best part.
But yes, Zormir successfully begins teaching kind of the basics to the Bruce Shoulder children and their old paps. And you learn a little bit back in return. Zormir, is that you for your level up? As you glean new knowledge. And these hybrids kind of give you an even more better understanding of even the base Arcanites as it begins kind of developing your artificery.
I'm seeing a lot of these and thinking, how I could increase the power of this gun.
Fixing your scope.
Vermilion, yep. Definitely got the right Arcanite already.
Yeah. No, what you really want is the indigo. That's not going to be a bad idea.
Like laser pulses.
I know, black hole gun sounds pretty fun.
Black hole gun.
But as we move to, and I'm dreading this one, Fook you.
Hell no.
We're all
But that means he's looking forward to it.
Everyone on mute. Let's hear this.
So, for the first morning, fuck you is going around people, asking what Big Toe's favourite animal is.
Oh.
Making sure it's some kind of beast. Finds out it's snakes. He really likes snakes.
Let me check my notes. Oh, yep, that's correct.
Seems legit.
And yeah, so when Big Toe is starting to head to bed, fuck you sneaks into his tent or room, whatever it is, ahead of him, and polymorphs himself into a snake.
Alright, okay.
Where's this going?
I've seen this in a movie.
Yeah.
I know where this is going.
A content warning is he's going to get deeply sexual.
No, I know what he's doing.
No.
I know what he's
It's,
gonna do.
it's certainly
God,
going to get
no.
psychologically.
Don't say
torturous,
anything.
I'm gonna
Don't say anything.
So, Big Toe, liking snakes, picks up the snake up and starts
Admiring it.
admiring it. Yeah. At which point, fuck you drops concentration on it, goes, ha! It's me! Stabs him, and then Misty steps away.
Ah, yes. Uh-huh. Yes,
Remind me
I
what you were
understand.
leveling up into.
Bard.
That does track.
You have a very interesting conception of Bard.
And a bard is the little
An
shit class.
entertainer.
This is just fuck you fucking around with Big Toe for
Yep.
a week. Or however you
Oh,
understand
I love that. I love it's like
but-
it's a snake. Oh
For
god
the
damn it.
duration.
it. I wondered how many people would get it from.
Yeah.
Oh, he really likes snakes.
Yeah.
There should be a college of tricks.
There really should,
Um,
or like even a college of pranks. I want that
Yeah.
It's
so
just
bad.
called Bard.
But to actually level up.
Or illusion spells.
Yeah. To actually level up, Fuck You has been going around also asking about, or finding out local songs, seeing if there are any bards within the camp, playing
Has he
songs
been
with
getting
them.
tips up the point?
Yeah, he's also been talking to the point about like different instruments and things like that. Playing around with his new DOS lute, figuring out the abilities from that. And yeah, throughout all that, manages to level up, learns a couple new spells.
And started writing a new song.
Yes.
I just like the idea of you developing a college of pranks and that's it. That's your
I mean, I'm in the College of Whispers, which is kind
Professor,
of
fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all professors by the end of this campaign. That's end goal.
Professor.
Prank professor.
Professor
Oh
in
my God,
pranks,
yeah.
professor in fields.
Okay. All right then. That was good. Wasn't nearly as psychologically scarring as I feared.
Yep, I was really scared, so
It's just-
I'm not gonna lie.
It's just
a
a Marvel
just-
reference. It's fine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotta love that movie.
Laughed in the face of evil.
All right, Gwent.
Okay, well, I'm going to take it the other direction to have a nice feel-good time. So Gwent has been spending time with Darren. Poor Darren,
Who's Darren again?
the tailor.
Okay.
Hey, yes.
Yeah.
Inspiration.
So
Just for spending
Gwent's,
time.
yeah, no. Gwent is leveling up into Rogue. So for however many days we're here,
Ooh.
like when Darren is going around like tripping and being clumsy, Gwent is stealthily moving stuff out of the way, putting things back where they should be. Darren's having a great time. Never been more confident
I thought
in
it
his
was.
little workshop.
Oh,
I thought it was Yuki.
You mean
that was...
Yuki?
I was like,
Yeah,
Yuki was the
Yuki's the clumsy
clumsy
one.
one.
So then,
Darren is the flamboyant tailor.
oh, well, what does Yuki do?
Yuki's the anime character.
Explosions.
Oh
Potions?
no, each of them have their own specializations. What did Yuki do?
I
think
I
she
thought
was
it was
potion.
Yeah, it's
It might have been
explosions. We first met her, she was creating
I
something. that
thought she just
exploded.
fell over and it blew up. I didn't think she actually makes explosions.
Nah, you know what? It's still going to be Darren.
Yuki is the mason engineer.
Ah,
It's definitely
Those
going to
are
be Darren
explosions.
still.
mm,
It's going to be Darren, and as well as leveling up, Gwent is going to start to learn how to sew.
What kind of engineer was Yuki?
She's predominantly a mason.
Mason. Okay.
That's it. Just helping Darren have a good day and learning how to sew.
Nice. Yeah, she's just really clumsy. She's constantly dropping all of like the bricks and like, mace and everything everywhere.
I have an idea if Zolmir won't help me with the piece of equipment I want.
Each of them has their own kind of category of type based on the 5 support types of offense, defense, mobility, utility, and support. Thork is your offensive. He does weapons and blacksmithery. Darren is your defensive. He does armor and tailoring. Luke is your mobility. He's an engineer and builder also, but he kind of and he's also supposed to be a wood craftsman and everything as well. So he helps you with any sort of carts or ship pieces or anything like that to do with actual kind of vehicles or anything.
Yeah, okay.
Herrenheit is your utility. He's an alchemist, herbalist, and brewer. He does everything related to basically potions, to strange contraptions, to powders to help you do different things. And Yuki is your support. They help you with kind of settlements, anything to do with stone, kind of buildings, stuff like that.
Alright.
Those are the alcove was that 5?
5.
5. And their father Aldrin a little bit of everything as well as manages and leads the project. It's your crafting station. Here's your Alterra has a crafting station.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yay!
It's also the best crafting station because I don't have to personally do crafting. It's amazing.
Yeah, you can go to them and request something, and it'll get made for you in the downtime once you've earned kind of favor with the settlement, which you generally have. But as long as you don't murder them all, stealing back your ship, I think you'll be fine.
Wait, other people craft things for you? What's the point? Then you don't get to craft something.
That means I don't have to craft something and I can use it to murder things.
No, but I don't
You see
understand.
my priorities in games.
Why wouldn't you want to craft something?
Because it's
Okay,
tedious.
in idle games, you leave the things to create the things, so you can then use the things to do other things.
Yeah,
that sounds terrible.
that's why
I don't get to make anything.
That's why in Diablo I have people for that. That's also why in LT I have people for that. Hi Bob.
Apparently in D&D and in LARP, I'm his crafter.
Nah, I don't get it.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Wait, Bob, do you actually craft things in LARP?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I made
Yeah,
my...
you can be a crafter.
I want to be a crafter.
Come to LT. You can join the Northern
I-
Fangs. It'd be great.
Cool.
Yeah,
It's my
Yeah.
ad as Admiral of the Northern Fangs.
I made a
I'll have
wooden
to-
door shield and a helmet that's a bucket.
Oh yeah, and I could actually like
Helmet's
build
a
a mask. I could actually build a mask into whatever
That's
outfit I
amazing.
choose.
Yep.
That would be ideal.
Can I be a vampire in this LARPs?
You can, but would have to
Yes.
kill you because the wolves hate undead.
Ah,
Oh, we
Okay.
tolerate them now.
No,
Oh.
Sorta.
I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Oh, James play one.
where's that demon?
But
Where's
you
that
only
demon
get-
go?
Oh, we've got
About
plenty
nine.
of demons. We've got a ton of demons. We love demons.
No, Bob, the demon.
Sorry.
The
Right.
trap demon.
Sidetrack demon. Oh,
Alright,
so
alright,
we're
yes,
sorry.
yes,
We've
like-
upset the sidetrack demon.
Yes.
I'll advertise
Gotta
afterwards.
get that sweet roleplay. And Lou already had an entire segment to them leveling up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go to kind of finishing touches before we move over to the yard. We're gonna start with we're gonna start with the professor last after this.
What?
You'll take the longest, I just know it. So we're gonna start with Point and
Sure.
Assas in.
I mean, I'm just sat here watching TV.
Wow. Next time you come for James, just send the fucking town car. Like,
Yeah.
Look,
Reddit.
out of the three people who
Don't
haven't had a
make me
chance
come
to
over
do a scene yet, we're gonna put James last.
Just because it's true doesn't mean you have to say it.
Yes, we do.
Don't throw facts at me as if they're insults, Chris. Fucking dare you.
But yes,
Return my games
Point,
to me.
would you like to do anything for a scene, kind of finishing up in town, getting ready, do anything with any of the NPCs, etc., before we effectively begin to leave?
So I think the Point would have gone and lurked near the alcove, but seeing Zormir already teaching them, has just sort of walked away disappointed that they didn't come to him for help,
Oh.
and
Do you find Alvina
has
punching a rock?
just generally been tinkering with his instrument, trying to improve it, thinking about how he hasn't actually learned how any of these Arcanites work, but think about how he would incorporate a laser emitter into his instrument.
Oh, it'd be
For
the
a laser
it'd be-
show.
No, it'd be the guitar from the SpongeBob movie.
I'm just
Yeah, pretty
saying
much.
this reads like a villain origin story. You didn't get to teach the kids, and now you're thinking about how to build a detonator.
Laser guitars.
Well,
This is the villain in an Idol anime.
I just enjoy the energy of that.
Yes.
I promise not to do a villain arc for at least 2 sessions.
That's a good
Oh,
start.
good. That's it. Yeah. I can't even promise half a session. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
nice. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Fair. Assassin, is there anything you'd like to do around town before we transition?
Mostly, I'd probably track down. I've forgotten their name again.
The jam.
Jam.
Well, yeah. Partly, I'm just gonna be pissing off Jam just by doing like random stuff. Probably like leaking acid through his door, like literally like vomiting acid
acid.
outside his door. Because I can just do that apparently.
So your downtime is just playing pranks on the most powerful creature in this settlement.
Yeah, like absolutely. Like
Okay.
I've decided that I've chosen violence.
Good.
If he kills me, he kills me, you know? I just gotta let it
Alright.
happen. If I die, I die.
Yeah, you'll
And
just shed your skin.
and the other one is going to the really smiley one. What was their name?
Alvina.
The
other one.
Jade, the
Jade.
leader of the community.
Yes,
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
like to go to Jade to basically pretend like I'm giving criticism, but at the same time just be asking like how did you get this so right, basically? Of just along the lines of like, look, it's not perfect, it isn't, but you know, if it was, that would be
Sundere
great.
in this.
And you know,
So
it's,
you're gonna go to Jade and be passive aggressive towards her.
No, she's gonna be
yeah,
Sundere.
basically. From her perspective, I've gone up to her and been like, "Your work's shit, fuck you," and then ran away. But on the inside, I've been like, "Yeah, I thanked her."
It's a term of endearment.
Here we
I wanna
go.
be like you. How do I do
There's
it?
the gif.
Yeah, fucker. Yeah. You're gonna become a warlock pact to Jade, aren't you?
Pact of the Jade.
Pact of the Jade.
Oh, that would just be like Pact of Smiles.
Pact of happiness. It
You know
just
what?
is
No,
like
it's-
pacifism, the ability.
Yeah. You know what? That's a paladin.
Oh yeah, it's the paladin. It's the
Fuck's sake.
It's the what's it
That's-
called
oh my-
paladin. It's the paladin.
Just a
That's,
paladin.
no, it's the
Oh
what's
my
it called.
god, can you imagine fucking pacifist paladin
It's a class.
goblin? Like literal gremlin child pacifist.
It's at the point where if you caused violence to it, it hurts you as well. That's literally an ability on that class.
I know, but
Pacifist
I do really enjoy the energy of I would fuck you up, but I'm not going to. I
Can't be
choose.
ours right now.
Oh,
But I will.
I've used that line on someone essentially. It's like,
Mm.
I like you. You get to live.
Yeah.
I used that to someone in real
For
life.
now.
No, I just said you get to live in a really smiley voice, and it really caused them concern.
Do that at LARP all the time.
I know I do that a lot for the time, but I do this in real life as well.
So yeah, basically my time is spent pissing other people off.
Playing to character there, Kills.
Yep.
That's fair.
Oh,
You do so.
I've made it so Big Toe doesn't trust any random snake that he sees now.
I do like the
He
energy
just
of
trusts
just
the ones he
spending,
knows.
like, I just like the idea of you just like literally sitting in random places as a snake for him to pop by, and it's just the whole week he's just spent getting stabbed by random snakes.
I mean, I'm either polymorphing or doing minor illusion to distract him.
Oh,
With a snake.
Yeah.
With a-
He goes for a pint. There's a snake in his cup.
Yeah.
He goes to the
just
toilet.
dies.
There's a snake in there. Oh no.
Like it gets to the point where it's just so oversaturated that he's just like, okay, yeah, just stab me, come on, right? We've gotten there.
No, he just starts stabbing snakes
Yeah.
Yeah.
as soon as he sees them.
He'll be
Right.
called into the manager's office. Big Two, I've had a
The
lot
professor.
of people complain that you've been killing their pet snakes. What's going on? I tell you, they're out to get me, sir. All this week they've been out to get me. Big
They've
Two,
been
I'm very
stabbed.
concerned about your behaviour. I'm gonna have to let you go. I'm gonna have to invite you to the brig.
I forget, you get fired from the rebellion. Would be pretty bad. Yes.
The
Thank you,
professor
thank you,
has so
Sidetrack.
much they want to do, Chris. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
of
there's so
course
much
they
want to
do.
do. Shut up, Kills.
Pick one for now. You can do some more stuff later.
Yeah, basically I am going to pick apart the Wand of Wonder and then put it back together and use the various Arcanites inside and try and channel cantrips and spells through them and cast them on different things, like just try and reach out to objects and then to small animals and then to Lou Grim if he's around, but if he's not, then I'll sort of cease the experiments there. But essentially, I am trying to take essentially extract using the Arcanite and using the soul. Oh, what was it, the soul engine, the shard of soul engine that's in my gauntlet, and extract it from animals and from various things, and replace it in objects, clockwork automatons, so that they can then move for a short period of time. A bit like the cyber shades in the next Doctor episode of Doctor Who. Remember that Christmas episode? Anyone?
So you're just tearing the souls out of small animals?
I know what you're talking about.
Essentially, yeah. David Morrissey was in that episode.
Well, technically they don't have souls. Only Noids have souls.
Well, you know what I'm trying to do.
They have
You're just tearing
Yeah,
the
that was-
souls
that was
out of children, is what I'm learning now. Then.
Yeah. When I get to level 10, I want to be able to essentially pluck the souls from creatures and place them in a jar, a thing to hold them while the body
Jar?
is repaired, kind of thing.
What kind of jar?
He's gonna make a Horcrux.
Yeah, essentially Horcruxes.
Yeah,
No,
but,
they're trying to make soul shards. That's what they're trying to
no,
do.
but what kind
Yes,
of
I'm
jar?
trying to make soul shards. That's
But
what,
what kind
that's
of-
what I spend my downtime trying to look into the theory behind soul shards.
But what kind of jar? That's the most important question.
Raspberry
Okay.
jam.
A jam jar, Jar Jar Binks. What answer do you
Jar
want?
Jar Binks,
Wow.
Gunga, just weird frogman.
Yeah, I take the
You
soul
think a
from
jam
a little...
jar is gonna hold a soul? Wow,
It's-
amateur hour here.
We
I
just have to
take-
seal it with wax.
Yeah,
That's at least something.
bits of metal, arcanite shards, whatever I can find. I've got a soul engine packed into my arm. I can do whatever I want.
Right, you have a fragment of one.
A fragment of a
I'm
soul engine.
about to say,
in
you've
my-
got a Mizium
I can-
apparatus, you can do what it wants. It's in
I can-
control.
I can try and do whatever I want.
Yeah, you can try.
There you go.
It decides.
Yeah.
But yes, you do that while everyone is preparing for their journey. Obviously, you guys are going over charts and stuff, which we'll deal with over the next couple of weeks.
Albina's gonna
I
to-
pack my
travel.
supplies as well.
Alvina's gonna
I
bond.
get more supplies.
Alvina's gonna bother the Zormi. Oh yeah, you still owe Alvina like a shit ton of food.
That's fine. I will pay you.
Yeah.
I'm constantly also trading Alvina food and supplies and stuff. She's gonna bankrupt me
Yeah.
for more red arcanite to study.
Yeah, it comes back every day. Like it fully
Yeah.
recharges every dawn.
Yeah.
So if she's
I-
not, it's go. I'm keeping like these few because I want to eat these.
Right.
You'll get
I-
some.
I do want to study that, the red arcanite in particular, and see if I can combine it with anything to create artificial arkanites. Like combine it with the soul engine fragments or some such thing.
She just
Create
thinks
some
that
sort
you're
I've only got
really.
the one fragment, so either you're using the one inside you, or you're gonna have to find some more.
I'm fine to take damage. If it's a once per day thing and we're taking like a week of downtime, I'm fine to sprinkle red arcanite on myself and like
Boom!
Whatever the professor does in their own time.
internal combustion engines didn't happen overnight. Experiments had to happen, you know.
And we come
Well,
to
he's
see
using,
with the professor the next day, melted into a small puddle.
You know what?
It's
No,
like-
I like that. I'm gonna put that on my back burner for whenever you can't be here and the party walks into your tent and you're just
It's just a
Arcanite and
it's just a
deactivated.
smoking husk, yeah.
and we'll come back to the you reactivating at some point in the future when you return.
That'll be next week.
Alvina's gonna go and bother Zormir because she wants.
Whoa, we got Lou. Lou gets priority because Lou started
yeah.
first. Lou, what would you like to do before the party departs? You can
Can I
choose nothing
experiment
if
on
you
you?
want. Nothing is always for all of you.
Go bother Zormir.
Everyone coming to bother
Yeah,
me.
that's why I'm just gonna piss you off.
Dormir just like,
just
oh, this is the
sitting in
10th
the
interruption.
Sitting in the
Oh.
cavern with ice cream saying, "Hey, you done yet?" No.
Yeah, I'm
what are you doing
imagining
now?
I'm imagining the energy of you know when you're doing like soldering and you've got that like really like you've got to sit there and like pierce things together and you're like you know one small slip and you're pouring molten metal all over yourself and then Zormir thinks they've just gotten peace and then it's just one of us going, "Hey, Zormir!" and it's just instantaneous like for fuck's sake.
I
What?
can imagine it's like, right, I'm good. And then Alvina just boots in the door and that's when he actually burns himself and just holds his hand to the table.
Like, oh yeah, well I was gonna say like for everyone else it's just like Zormir's just eventually started to like lock the door, but fuck you picks it. They put like something in front of the door, so Assassin comes through the vent, and then it's just Alvina like literally just kicking the door down with like the desk that's now in front of the table. Like I'm also here.
And she just Kool-Aid mans through the wall. Bam!
At one point, there's no one
Get
else
that
there,
door
but
through.
it's just the professor drifting like 3 inches behind him because I can fly and I'm quite quiet. So if you move that there, he leaps at me.
Yep.
If you interrupt me one more time, I'm going to shoot you with this antimatter rifle. Eat it!
All right.
At this point, the
back to
point is
work.
pick something up and is playing with it.
Strums guitar.
Lou,
for a
is there
while.
anything you want to do in town before we depart?
No, I would just be trying to master my new abilities
Your new weird.
after packing.
Sorry, you're trying to
Practicing
harness
sorcery.
chaos. Trying to harness chaos magic, are you?
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Chaos is the best form of magic.
It is.
No.
Chaos fits very, very nicely into your control pact that you switched to chaos.
Anarchy!
I've had enough control. That's it. I'm going full 180. Let's go.
Yeah, so what's control ever done for us anyway? Full chaos.
Taxes!
I just want to make sure everybody stays on their toes.
Why is it that every single week we mention taxes?
I said
Taxes always get a mention.
I said taxes, not taxes, but sure.
Yeah, I heard taxes. Yeah,
I
we
mean,
mentioned
we
taxes
would.
last week as well.
Was it?
We could not mention taxes, but then we'll just get done for tax evasion.
Yeah.
You know.
You always take at least half damage from taxes.
Oh.
-1 inspiration.
Flap, flap, flap.
I'm gonna throw the
Amazing.
dwarf again.
Well done, that bard.
All right.
That's
Alvina,
what a bard's
what would you
meant
like
to
to
be.
do before we leave?
Okay, so yeah, if Zomir actually is doing something, she will just burst into the room. Okay, Zomir!
What?
I need a favour.
What?
So you know that piece of a crown we've got, or we think it's a piece of a crown, the weird pyromancy thing.
Yes?
Do you think we could turn it into an item for me?
Well, I can work with metals and things like that, and you were currently interrupting my working with metal.
Oh yeah, hi. And I'm assuming you're teaching all. Are you teaching all the students currently something, or?
I'm showing them what I can do to how I made my armor and
Yeah.
sort of.
So yeah, she'll just go, oh yeah, hi, to everyone in the room.
They all wave back.
Yay.
was waiting for something from you.
Yeah.
I was munching on a donut.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah,
Damn you people! I make these so you don't have to interrupt the DM.
And the next 3 hours eating purely donuts.
We're a donut.
so yeah,
Well, we need to know if it is. I mean, if it's literally made of fire, it might be very hard to
well,
heat up and
well, the
shape.
isn't the box made of fire? The metal thing is made of something else, which is way stronger.
A obsidian-like metal.
And plus, we'd have to open the box for me to even look at the piece of metal to see if I can do anything with it.
Oh, we could get that. And give me a minute. And Alvina
Okay.
just bolts off, finds
Fuck you.
fuck you, and goes, "Can I borrow a soda for a minute?" Is he gone?
No,
are
the
now.
silence is the response.
Run away.
Oh, he's
He's
muted.
muted.
Yeah.
Let's assume that Ben is actually
Sorry, I
not.
had
Oh, no.
to quickly run to the toilet.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's going to the bathroom.
What did I miss?
Alvina's run up to you suddenly, like in the middle of you probably doing something, goes, "Can I borrow soda for a minute?"
Why?
I need to open a box.
Can I come?
Sure.
Just close your eyes when you get there.
No, I mean, Alvin is literally was planning on opening the box directly here and then handing him back the key. So.
Well, the key needs to stay inside the box until it's locked again.
Yeah. She's just gonna keep it in her hand until and run off with it. That's right. She's gonna open the box, unlock the box, take the thing out, and close the box again.
Oh wow, you're actually taking it outside the box. Okay.
Yeah. That's what her plan was. If it maims her.
If it maims her, it maims her.
Yeah.
Yep. I understand that barbarian energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alvina will open the box, take the
I
shard
got this
of
in order.
fire godness.
Do you look at the shard?
Oh yeah, she's looked at it a couple of times. I probably should. I just realised I should have probably rolled a few times because she's definitely looked at it before.
I did it before. What was this a wisdom save or a charisma?
I think it was wisdom. I believe it was a wisdom save.
That was
I
probably
can't
wisdom.
remember.
Yeah, I tend to save charisma when people are actually trying to take over your body. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Excuse me, when people are what?
Try to take over your body.
Yes!
Wait, they what?
I like combination.
9.
Yes! I am okay with this.
As you stare deep into the flames of eternity, the flames stare back. And they dance for you, they entice you. They're so pretty, aren't they? Wouldn't it be nice if everything burned? If everything burned? As the world should be covered in fire. Yes, as it burrows deep into your conscience. Subconscious.
But to the
Something
conscience. Alvina doesn't have a
And then
conscience.
deep into, and then deep into your subconscious mind. The flames infect you. They flicker in your sight. Every time you look at anything flammable, you get the itch, the back of your neck. Yes, would it be nice if they too were aflame? Yes, congratulations. You begin developing an arsonist trait.
Yeah. And this is the
Great,
person
we
who's
have
going
two
to be
now.
raising red dragons.
Yep. I love that. Love that for you.
I am so happy. Yep, but she's just got it.
Klepto-arsonist.
Kleptomaniac arsonist. I'm gaining everything now.
As you actually touch and try to pick it up, I'm going to need a... well, you start to feel the heat as you approach it. Would you like to attempt to touch it?
Yep.
I'm going to need you to make me a Constitution saving throw as you feel what can only be described as the birth of a universe. Spark into your flesh.
Just like that, Alvina became Daenerys.
25.
Okay, you will somehow only take half of this, and you will not drop the item. However, this is still a deadly amount of damage
Uh-oh.
Full of a
for a
two.
character of your level.
It's 10 die 6.
10 die 10.
10 die 10? Oh shit.
10 by 10. Oof.
Thank God it's half damage.
but-
If it wasn't, it could
I'm gonna
actually
take half
kill.
damage.
Yeah.
25
Oh.
fire damage.
Ow.
That's nothing for a barb.
However, every 6 seconds you continue holding this, every round you will take more damage. What would you like to do as you are touching it and are holding
Shot.
it now?
Shot puppet.
Boom!
No.
Imagine at that point it just melts through like the floor and like disappears into the ether, you know?
Uh,
Like,
That's how they lost it.
you know,
oh, I know what I'm gonna do.
Turns to fuck you and goes,
No.
catch!
No, Alvina's going to basically go, ow, okay, that hurts. Close the box, hand the key back, and put it on top of the box, and just carry the box like that.
With the key on top.
Not with the key on top, with a piece of fire on top.
Yeah, that works.
The
The box
because
is a
of
suitable holder.
fuck you is now following the fire.
Alvina now has a big black mark on one of her palms, I imagine.
Yes, you took 25 damage. I don't know, however you want that to be. The damage eventually heals back because you're a character.
I imagine
also have
it'd
magic,
make a cool scar.
I just assume Noid, because of their soul power, actually have a decent amount of regeneration or quickened healing factor. They're just unaware of, compared to normal people in the real world. It's the only way to
And
explain it.
imagine that being way faster. Oh. Oh.
It's the only way to explain how they survive all of this. This isn't like the Witcher universe where people actually constantly die. This is high fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you jump off a dragon, burrow through a building, and then walk out with barely a scratch.
Aha, a cinematic universe.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
explains why you can go to sleep with all these cuts and scratches and deadly wounds,
And they heal
and wake
back.
up in the morning fully healed.
4 hours later, they're fine. Weird.
You've just been bonked on the head by a massive
I thought that was just the-
ice giant. Go take a nap. You'll be fine.
I thought that was
What
just
if
the
I
health
have a
fairy that
concussion?
visits while you sleep.
What if I have a concussion? We don't talk. We don't say that word here.
Nah, you don't. You
Here we
don't trust the
come.
health fairy. She steals your teeth.
Yeah, go take a nap. We're fine.
Oh, yeah, the fairies would steal you.
But more importantly, Fukyu, are you looking at the shards now as in plain view?
Probably, yeah.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw at advantage.
Oh, you've got an advantage. Nice.
Yeah, you're. Yeah,
Oh wait a minute! I've just realised. Was that wisdom save for charm?
No.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make
I don't
sure.
know I don't know what to classify arson is.
Well, it's like the bewitching effect, which allows it. It might actually be a charm or something. Which I would have had advantage because elf.
You know, go ahead and roll me another wisdom anyway, because it's kind of like a charm effect. I can see that.
Yeah.
I
it's-
think that with you're more in control of your mind, so it's within the.
Yes! I'm okay with it.
So bad. Fukyu, as you stare at the flames of creation within the what you believe to be shard of Imix's crown, it calls to you, enticing you. You can almost feel it whispering to you, "Take me, take me." As you have the sudden urge to take the crown. You can't let Alvina have it. Look, they're moving away. It's yours. As you begin to golemify,
Mm-hmm.
you now crave the crown. What would you like to do?
Oh,
Your god, this crown's
Fucky's
gonna murder
going
you all.
to, yeah. Fucky's going to start
done.
reaching out for it.
Alvina, what's your passive and what's actually Fukyu? Are you attempting to stealthily get it or just your passive stealth?
I mean,
You're
my
still not
passive
completely
stealth is,
golemified yet.
my passive stealth is 17, so
That's fair. What's Alvina's passive perception?
15.
15. Okay, so you don't actually see Fukyu attempting to reach it until they're actually quite close by. But I assume Fukyu's got quite a shorter stature than Alvina.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
So it's actually held just a little bit above your head, a little bit outside of your arm reach. What would you like to attempt to do? Are you going to jump for it, or do you? What would you like to do?
Yeah, gonna start trying to jump for it.
What are you doing?
All right. You get one chance to try and grab it before Alvina actually fully realizes what you're doing. So go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, this is probably getting pretty good.
15.
15. I feel like that's sufficient to grab something off a box that's just lying there.
Yeah, she's not holding it like above her head or anything. She's just like carrying
As
it.
you approach it, you can feel the heat of it, and your kind of rational mind kind of tries to snap back at you. You actually have almost a half a second to kind of make a subconscious decision about whether or not to actually grab it. It clearly presents a danger, and you've seen the effect it has on Alvina. So let's go ahead and give you another wisdom check here.
Another wisdom?
See, yeah, another wisdom save to see if you actually go through and attempt to grab it. We'll have you with advantage on this one too, because it's a dangerous effect.
Thank God.
Yeah, because you know this will hurt you. Like you're
Hey!
okay. You actually kind of push back against that kind of more primal part of your brain, kind of screaming at you to take it, hold it, feel the warmth. And you're able to kind of stop. Well, you have the option of stopping yourself last minute. Would you like to take it? I would recommend you take it. 10 damage. But you're more than welcome. Basically, the rational part of your brain is in control. Would the rational Fukyu like to take the shard?
There's a rational fuck you?
That's what we're about to find out.
No,
Yeah, it's the
fine.
one.
She
It's the one
doesn't
that
deserve
it causes preemptive murder instead of.
Yeah, let's think
She,
through how
she
to get
doesn't
away
deserve
with
it. I deserve it. I saw it first.
I
You
want
didn't
it.
see it first. Is the best part.
So would you like to take it?
Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
Alright, well, you even even having made the save and back to your rational mind, you've decided that even your rational mind, as well as your primal mind, is
Your actual mind is, I shouldn't do this, but I want it.
still
I
that.
deserve
No,
it.
that's a mood.
Yeah.
Like, I should not do this. I should absolutely not do this, but I really want to.
Yeah, that's right. That's how I live my life.
Alright, a Constitution saving throw as you touch the crown, or what you believe to be the crown of Imix.
We're gonna watch. Fuck you, burst into flames. Just die.
Come on, fuck you, give me
15.
my best. Mine! Mine!
Unfortunately, it doesn't beat the
Yeah.
17 DC.
It's only 17. That's actually a lot lower than I thought it would.
It's based on your level.
Oh, okay.
So you are going to take all of this.
100 damage.
Oh!
59 fire damage.
Holy shit.
And you are going to immediately release the crown and back away from it.
Step away from the flame.
Albina, for a second there you see Fuku jump up and try to grab the crown, then immediately drop it as smoke begins rising from their hand and fall back down to the ground.
Like taking a baked potato out of the oven.
With your bare hand.
No. Taking
No.
it out of the oven with your mouth.
No, actually, I know what it is. It's taking a Pop-Tart out of the microwave with your bare hands.
And then immediately
Albina,
chomping
Fuku
it.
is clearly attempting to take the crown, steal the crown, hold the crown. You know,
Hold
you
it.
don't
I mean,
know.
I'm just going to assume that he's going to hold it. It's like, you should have known. I mean, it burnt my hand, see? And she's going to, like, take a huge handful of dirt. Like, scoop, literally just power through the ground underneath it, pick it up and put it back on top.
Yeah, it's packed earth. Yep, you can do that.
Yep. It's like, come on.
Uh,
I've got to get this to Zormir.
Wait, put it back on top, then put it on the ground.
And the box again, yeah.
Over
just get-
time, you eventually start to see the dirt glowing.
It's fine. She's got, see, it's on the dirt on the box, because she just put it like, poof.
Yep, that's fair. Eventually,
We'll
that
have a clay pot.
He's
Yep.
just going to magma.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes.
This is the first internal oven.
but you eventually make it with glowing dirt on a box. Make it to Zormir.
Oh my god, does this world have eggs? Make a fried egg.
We know it definitely has at least dragon eggs.
Dragon egg.
Does it have nuclear power?
Oh
Dragon
my
egg.
god, yeah, dragon egg.
This
That
is the
would
start.
be
So hot box. So hot,
what-
fried egg.
What would be the biggest bread you could make to put a dragon fried egg on top of?
Some giants have bread. Like, there actually is a picture of it somewhere.
Chris, is there big bread? What's big bread?
It's just bread, isn't it? It's just bread made large.
Yeah, I
We're
think
going to the giants. They'll have big
Yeah!
Isn't Big Bread a big Muppet on Sesame Street?
Look,
Mm,
Look,
boo.
we have to get big bread. This has to be done.
It's a golem.
Oh, it's Big Bird.
Okay, zombie. Boom! I just put the box
You're
on the
teaching these
table with
people
the
so
glowing
much.
dirt on top of it.
What?
I brought it.
Yes.
Also,
Why
it
is there dirt on
hurts.
top-
And Alvina shows you like the big hole of like a few layers of skin have been taken off her palm, and fuck you's probably still got a smoking hand as he travels behind.
It is.
apparently they've done something stupid.
Again.
You do remember this is a crown of the fire giants.
Oh yeah, but I thought if I take it out, then we didn't have to keep having sod off possessing a box.
Hmm.
So I put dirt on it when I picked up the second time.
Okay. Very well.
That dirt is glowing, by the way.
I'm turning.
So we've created nuclear power.
The right
Thermal
tool for the
power.
right job. I'm going to clear the dirt off of the thing so I can have a better look at the damn
Yay!
Part of the crown.
The artifice
No,
is
no.
going to be a pyromaniac.
I'm pretty sure a tool for the right tool for the job does not account for magical items.
You
It's more
should do
just
the
clearing
dirt.
the dirt off the thing.
A
Oh, that's
chisel.
fine. You can get some really powerful like steel item or whatever
Maybe a
that will
chisel.
touch the dirt. But as you're kind of sweeping the dirt off, it occurs to you that while your tools would be acceptable for any other job or any other material, this crown or this part of this crown appears to be giving off such intense heat to anything that actually makes contact with it that you're pretty sure you would need incredibly special magical tools if you want to work with this.
So my +1
Probably not.
all-purpose tool, just I can see it starting to glow as red hot as the thing as I put it near it.
Yes, just because you require magical items for this.
That's not great.
No, it is, because I think we're going to somewhere which might have them.
I mean, it is a artifact level item,
Yeah.
even as a shard.
I don't think I have the tools for the job right now. Even my specialized tool here is not going to hold up to the heat this thing gives off.
Ah, fair enough.
I did tell you that it might not be the easiest to work with. I think you could
you?
run the damn furnace here in this place just off the heat of that thing.
Probably.
And then some.
So we need to get you some tools. Right, I'll put it on the shopping list.
And I want to take an iron bar and
Melt it.
and see how long it starts to take to actually bring it up to the temperature that you usually work the iron into different things.
Marshmallows. Giants would specialize in marshmallows because they like bones.
Yeah, I know, that's why we did a whole conversation about what they would be growing.
Yeah, I know, but I forgot about this, and this whole time I've been talking about giant bread. No, toasted marshmallows.
Bro, what if you put marshmallows in between the bread with maybe some chocolate?
What the fuck's chocolate?
Mm.
We need giant chocolate though, and
Big
we're not
chocolate.
going to find that.
It's Alvina-sized chocolate.
So you need some obsidian iron tools,
Obsidian iron, thank you.
which are specialized magical items.
I think we could use this as something as a forge to save us on chopping down other materials to cook the metals and that with.
Oh,
You discover that it heats incredibly quickly, much more quicker than even some of the hottest fires you've ever seen. This seems to be burn at 10, maybe 100 times the ferocity of even the hottest that you've used.
I mean, we need to keep the box underneath it and be very careful that we don't end up having it fall on the floor and burn its way through.
okay, so tools. The fire giants will probably have tools, right?
Yeah.
They would if
mean-
they used primal fire.
That's right. That's literally my thought of that Alvina, because we need to get told there are fire giants there. So that's her
They would
assumption.
also
They'll have something.
have used primal fire
Where did you get
in the
here?
past. I just arrived. I was waiting out by the outskirts of the town, wondering where you all were as we were about to embark on the mission. I thought we said 3 o'clock. It's 3:10.
We've got to train
I
the
mean-
hydras first. It's in 3 days, but leave me.
Oh, my clock is 2 days fast.
Do you mind if I use this to work with the forge for now? I mean, we'll save on some materials for now. I mean,
I think
I
that's.
would-
That's what you're using.
But I think.
Even this burns so quickly that even unless you're using like the incredibly kind of high melting point metals or anything, most stuff you put on this is actually overcooking it.
It'll also
Also,
melt the forge.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'll melt a forge, and also it'll make metals really brittle. If
Yeah.
you heat metal too fast, it makes it real bad.
Which just shatters it.
Won't it
No,
just
the only
make
thing that
everybody
could-
arsonists as well
And
if they come
that.
to take a look? I mean, it's going to set up a village of arsonists.
Oh
I'm
my
okay
God.
with this, but
Oh my
we probably
God.
shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it from a roleplay,
Yeah.
but it's going to end in fire.
Oh my God, Neil.
It's more Zormir
The
wanted.
walls are made of stone. It's fine.
It's more Zormir want to test what metals actually would work with using it to forge with, which ones are going to be heated up too quick and all that, and sort of we can judge the temperature of this overall bit of metal.
From your like 1 or 2 experiments you do before really putting it away, pretty much all of them.
Yeah.
Um,
Alvina will like put it back in the box after a little bit.
I'm pretty sure base Alterra has obsidian iron. It's just not as heavily utilized or incorporated, and only like some of the deeper dwarf cities use it. But give me a history check, Zormir.
Would tungsten be okay for it if that exists in Alterra?
You are aware there are 1 or 2 metals, even in base Alterra, that can withstand, said to withstand even the hottest of flames, and is used to forge some of the greatest items known to man or known to dwarf kind. But you actually aren't that familiar with them. Your artificery, while it incorporates a lot of base metals, you probably don't need to utilize like incredibly expensive, very rare metals a lot.
Fair enough.
Can I make a roll for it?
Would I know about obsidian iron?
Can Alvina make a roll?
History check.
I'm also a smith.
History. Okay.
You're also from. Actually, I think you're both from Steamforge, but I don't think Steamforge uses obsidian iron, so it wouldn't give you advantage.
Would Fantasia? Well, that was the place I'm from, right? I think. Have any knowledge for that?
No, Fantasia is kind of against civilization technology in general. It's very naturey, wild. It's a little bit Amish because it's an elven. It's a chaotic elven realm.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you have the similar knowledge to Zormir, who I'm pretty sure is also from Steamforge, if I remember correctly, because you both are artificers.
Okay.
And you both decided with Eros, and Eros's main artificery hubs are Akaba and Steamforge.
I really want to see if I get a natural one. I just get a -1 for my check. But no.
Okay. I'm guessing Zormir's not an arsonist now.
He hasn't rolled.
No, for the sake of not turning everyone into an arsonist, we're gonna put the thing over for you, Stare. And Zormir has the wisdom not to directly look at it, but look tangentially at it. I mean, if you want to look directly at it, if you believe it's something Zormir would do.
Well, he would sort of inspect it once he'd cleaned it off, but realizing it's melting his tools, maybe not linger on it.
See, that's the thing.
Probably a split second.
You've seen the effect it would have on Fukyu, though, so you are aware of its psychological effect.
Would you put 2 and 2
Sort of
together and
split
think about that for Alvina?
I know. What's your wisdom modifier?
My wisdom mod?
Yeah, for sure. Right.
My wisdom is a +2.
Okay, well, there. If you want to look at it, give me a wisdom save. Give you the option to not be an arsonist, but everyone wants to be an arsonist.
Natural one. Ah.
Look,
There you go, you
Prometheus doesn't get tortured for us to ignore the allure of arson.
Yeah. Prometheus doesn't get eaten by an eagle every day for us to not be pyromaniacs.
Yeah.
New day, same liver.
No, it's a different liver. He regrows it.
It's the same
Alright.
liver, just regrown.
So yes, you've discovered you need specialized tools, you don't know what sort of metal, but you're sure there is metal that is utilized with this sort of heat that neither the artificers have had experience with yet.
Okay, let's put this back in the box and
I'll be
put
just
it
gonna...
away and not bring it back out for quite some time.
Okay, so find tools in giant place to work with this. Got it.
What exactly do you want to do with it?
I don't know.
I mean,
I wanna
it is
figure-
one of the hottest metals on this.
Maybe it'll
On
give me
Alterra.
fire. Maybe it'll give me fire powers. I don't know. I want to see.
My head hurts.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've got something for that.
with
if you like.
all my profession and working with understanding other people's moods and emotions, and that you, on my idea, are very
Gung ho.
yes, very hard to read sometimes.
That's one
Yeah.
word for it.
I'm guessing your motto is I go with the flow and do what I want?
It's I do what I want, and I'm gonna do it regardless of what anyone else says.
Okay.
Also dragons.
But you know that I'm not sure what I could make out of this, and it is very hard to work with, considering I can't look directly at it.
I have complete trust in you. And I give you a pat on the back that probably like takes the like wins you. Feels like being hit with a shovel.
He just wanders off and grumbles and goes back to the lesson.
That's fair. That's fair. Zormir, is there anything you'd like to do before we leave settlement?
Invest and go see the potion brewer, see if they can brew anything to do with fire resistance.
They would be able to. They have the technology. It's more the ingredients they would need. They do not have the specialist ingredients they need here, simply because they have a kind of they focus mostly on herbalist ingredients or anything that would be useful around the settlement, and fire resistance isn't useful around the settlement. If you can retrieve the ingredients necessary for a fire resistance potion, which I do not know off the top of my head right now, and I can get you later, they would be able to brew you fire resistance potions, but you would most likely have to come back to the settlement with it. But you can't do that. You can like you can do like an outing just around the scrapland, see what you can find, and then come back and then go off. Like I said, you do have a little bit of leeway
Oh shit!
in your mission.
I forgot we've got a shit ton of items we could get identified as well. I've just remembered.
Yes, you can. They can identify any of the common items, so anything under the 9 roll.
Oh, and not that Assassin would tell you, but Kaylee will tell you that Assassin can identify objects. Like, we do have the spell Identify.
Oh, these ones
So
bounce.
if that's useful...
Identify doesn't work.
Yeah, but I'm meaning at any point, if that is useful, know that that's a thing from a player perspective.
Thank you, that is a hand.
Assassin would be able to
I have
also
that too.
identify any raid items from the aberration or psionic list.
But we have some of the aberrations. I think a lot of ours were better than the common, unfortunately, so I don't
You had a couple. I'll put a list out for those for next week.
Cheers.
I also
Thank
have
you.
Identify in my repertoire.
Yeah, because we've tried identifying a few of these.
Same here.
Identify only works on arcane items for now, just so that way you guys actually experiment with your damn items.
Were the companion
looks like we're gonna-
cubes common?
I believe so, yes.
Were they? I'd go check to them.
We can
that'd be one.
identify what that mark is.
Yeah, let's see what the dwarves think of these boxes and see what if they
It's
know
good for
of
smashing doors.
Because I've got a fuck. Hey, I did beat two doors to death with blocks of earth. But I've got a shitload of stuff. But the cubes, I think, would be a poignant one because we had no idea what they were.
No, the clay cubes are uncommon.
Yeah, I thought most of ours were uncommon or better because we got really good rolls.
Yes, you got the Myrmidon armor.
We got the celestial pottery, which is broken.
Mhm.
We've got the companion cubes. We've got some weird
Your armor.
glass. Oh, we can get. We've got a few of them for assassin because we've got a bunch of psionic ones. I've written down, thankfully, which type of salvage they were. We've got some grey slime, ethereal light, glittery dust, and black ichor, all in
Black
various
ichor.
jars and things.
Well, that actually depends. Oh, the black ichor is common, so even the dwarves would be able to tell you that one. So I don't need to ask Kaylee just yet. The black ichor, actually, I think
correct me
even
if-
Professor knows it.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but monsters level up by eating things, soul shards mostly.
Those
Could we
demons.
Not
empower?
souls.
Yeah, could we empower the hydras by affixing these magic items to them or something, like feeding them the ichor? Or...
Let's tame them first and then worry about that.
Yeah,
No,
I
because
was
these
wondering.
these themselves are already.
Is first.
Yeah,
It might
these
be
these
valuable to us.
These themselves aren't
Service.
soul energy. These are the product of probably. Oh, these are just product of creatures who probably got them from eating soul energies. You need to feed them children.
We're not
Let's do
doing
it.
that, guys.
Oh, why not?
Because
That's
Alvina's at
children.
least that moral.
Oh, come on. The professor's not. They're strictly neutral.
Yeah, don't worry, Alvina will rip off all your limbs and leave you like that. And if you try to feed the children,
Please.
But,
I've been a,
I'll do the
I've been a
quick
soul in
ones
a ring
real
before.
quick.
I
before we
became this.
move on. The shot of black ichor is choker fluid.
choker fluid. Okay.
As a bonus action, you can imbue the drink, granting you quickened reflexes and an extra action on this turn. Can be used until again until after a short or long rest. It is a energy shot essentially.
Cool.
The bonus action, you can turn it into an action.
It's just it's a shot of Red Bull.
Yeah.
Shot of Red Bull.
No, it's a shot of monster.
Espresso.
Choker fluid. Turn bonus action to action, basically.
Pretty much. And only on this turn, but since you're... Yeah, so basically bonus action, you get an action instead.
You drink, you go noom.
You drink, you get very short noom. You do it once per short rest.
Just a little bit noom as a treat.
Little bit of noom, it's true. Did you have the spectral dust?
It was glittering, it was specifically said. It was a pouch of glittery dust. Psionic
Ooh, it is
salvage.
glittery. Yes.
Yeah.
This is spectral dust.
Ooh,
And I will put the description of these in the chat later.
Yep.
As a bonus action, the dust is inhaled and creates a spectral duplicate of the character in an occupied space that it can see within 60 feet. While the duplicate exists, the character is unconscious and the duplicate disappears when it or the creature drops to 0 hit points. And when it's dismissed, no action. The duplicate has the same statistics and knowledge as the character, and everything experienced by the duplicate is known to the character. All damage dealt by the duplicate's attacks are psychic.
Ooh.
It lets you transform into a stand, I guess.
And I mean, also
so-
that would be really good for like reconnaissance or like stealth mission.
It's like aggressive astral projection.
It was like the warlock's thing, but actually stronger. Actually,
Shit.
I believe it's something distraction.
Yeah, I'm just gonna copy the dust one because that's a bit of a longer description. Cure.
That's there. I believe you also have a bottle of ethereal light.
Yes.
This glass bottle, well, you've got a lot of these common ones. A glass bottle containing an ethereal light. When smashed, the light explodes in a 20-foot radius. For the next round, all creatures caught in the light have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects.
Oh. A battle of magic resistant light.
And then I believe Grey Slime is the last of the common.
Yeah.
This is your Grey Slad Slime. It gives you resistance against cold damage for 1 minute.
Nice and simple.
I assumed it would be a slad slime, but I didn't know which one it would be. So, when James had the slime earlier from a different one,
Green.
he was green.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and as you know, green is lightning damage.
I wonder what...
But that is all the common items. What does uncommon is up to 14? I
Yeah.
don't believe you have any of these.
No. Yeah, we've got those are the 4 Sonic ones. The Primordials, we've got the Myrmidon armor, the tube of purple water. Oh, we've got the blue lightning feathers.
All of which are not common.
Yeah, the Obsidian Shard. And I think that's
The silver chains,
the silver chains. We
much-
know what they do, but those are mine.
everything in
Oh, yeah.
Alvina's bag is just glowing.
I have a question. If I just like break a link of chain and use it as a headband, does it count as the hat?
You'd have to get forged into a
Okay.
proper configuration.
Luckily, you have a mobile forge.
Pretty sure it requires some form of specialist kind of essence to forge it, but I'll figure that out later.
Yeah,
And a bunch of dwarves.
It's gotta be a circle. Like a complete circle.
circlet of chains.
Got at least one dwarf, so.
She's had a few bumps on the head.
But yes, that was just James. Zormir, did you have anything you wanted to do before we left? I can't remember.
It was to see if I could get any what
Oh, yeah.
liver that was about.
I'll give you the ingredients that you need, and you can keep an eye out for on your travels.
Yep.
Fuck you. Is there anything you want to do before you leave the settlement?
Heal, basically.
Yeah, that's fair. Gwen, is there anything you want to do before you leave the settlement?
No, I would spend some time near the medical tent, just making myself known to the doctors. But that's about it.
All right, fair. Then yeah, everyone gained the benefit of a long rest because it's been on the third, like the second or third day.
Yay! I've got my hand fixed.
You spend some time out in the yard training some hydras, kind of just getting training them a little bit to be domesticated. That's what I was looking for.
Why is Susie's name changed?
For the hydras, Chris, can I study them for a while and use my soul ability to peer inside their souls and?
You don't have a soul, it's a hydra.
Well,
He also does. They also do essence.
Oh, cool.
Their essence. I get an innate sense of their abilities.
Cool.
Just in case I need to absorb any of their abilities or essence. Like, I know multiple-headed Hydra can take multiple reactions. So, like, if I were to absorb that, I could take 5 or so reactions or something.
Well, if you had multiple heads, yeah.
If
These
I
only
had
have
mu- if I-
single heads. But in the party followers and companions, you will find the acid swap Hydra, which you have viewable permissions for. You
Awesome.
spend your time looking at a stat block.
Yeah, but that's the RP way of me saying, hey, I looked at the stat block and it's cool, I want to use it.
I think I modified it a little bit. And oh, you mean the one already in here? Okay.
Yes.
It's good six. I'm pretty sure I modify most of these from their base stat blocks.
It's very heavily modified from the base hydra, yeah.
Yeah. I'll get into the mechanics afterwards, but for now I'm going to have a very short break while you guys have free reign of the yard to do your training, setting up anything, go place yourself on the map before something randomly invades, and we'll do some role-playing stuff.
Not
I will
ominous
do-
at all, Chris.
No.
I expected to get into the combat like 8.
I mean, it technically is 8-ish.
Ah.
It's half 8.
25 plus.
Hey Drax, how have you been?
Here I was worried I didn't prepare enough content for the day.
Not in the slot.
Alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes. You guys have free reign of the yard and to set up and do whatever you want and roleplay and discuss anything you'd like.
Into the kettle on.
Can anyone
The
know?
point has not met Drax yet.
Yeah, that's
So
Drax.
probably can't say,
That's what I want
What
to do.
the- is that?
Hey, Strax.
It's, yes.
Currently, his voice is elsewhere, but
Yes,
but that's Drax. He's really nice. He's the
Chris
reason I've got.
says- Chris says someone needs to roleplay Drax.
Zomir, he basically has your brain.
He spoke to Alvina first.
I don't want. I want to be in this conversation. I'm gonna be 2 parts of the conversation. Fuck it, I'll be Drax. I can't remember what he
Yes.
sounds like or anything he's got. Yeah, that's Drax. He's great.
I feel like at this
and the
point,
the point just waves.
I feel like Assassin's like,
He was a
haha, I
prisoner.
told you. I
Hello?
told you they would come for me. No one would miss Assassin. Hey, Drax. Oh no, I'd be like, wait, Drax?
Yeah.
Are
Yes.
you...
So you
Yeah.
know these guys?
I mean, I don't know
Yes.
Drax personally.
You rescued me.
How come... Wait, how come I don't know you? Who the fuck are you?
Drax has been trapped in like a bubble for several decades, I believe.
Oh,
Yes.
It was
Are you
not
that
longer
Drax?
than that.
are you the bubble guy?
He was bound with these weird chain things.
Why
This way.
is this little kobold talking to me a lot?
I
They know me.
they're assassin. They're like that, from what I can tell. They appear to know a lot of people.
One minute, 1 minute. I've got something that'll help you recognize me. And they just go back into the corner, and you hear that horrible, like, cat vomit noise again.
You could have summoned another octopus that the rest are gonna shoot.
And yeah, the little sort of shadow octopus, it does look like essentially a sentient shadow that moves through people's shadows and like sits. It's not corporeal as far as you're aware.
Hey Bob, you're getting characters
Are
making a
you
cameo.
okay?
You are lucky, Kaylee, that the professor's focus is on the giant tentacle thing and recording its abilities and looking at it. Otherwise, your little octopus guy
Will be shot again.
Shot to death again.
This is the thing that I'm specifying, James. You cannot shoot it. It is not. It is literally a lack of light. It does not have a body. You can shoot it. You can shoot it, but it literally just comes back. It doesn't do anything.
It makes me feel
Is
better.
this new other companion you have with you staring at me with such intent?
Oh, they're a cardboard
blinking.
box we found somewhere.
Yeah, it's just blinking red light on the faceplate monitor.
I can't remember their name.
Hmm.
No, it's the. That's what their name is. It's the.
Oh yeah,
So,
Yeah.
the.
I don't know why they. It's just a weird name, I guess. Must be terrible.
Oh yeah, and I'm the other the.
Oh yeah,
the
that's
point,
the other. The.
Pleased
That's
to
the
meet
point.
you. You might have heard of me
The point's
playing in there.
The point's great.
Like finger guns.
Yeah, do Drax and I know each other, or do I know of Drac? In any way, shape, or form?
None of us have mentioned it. Actually, no, we may have mentioned it.
They're asking for backstory.
Branded his name about a bit.
Okay, you can take back over Drax.
Yeah.
I don't know. I quite like the idea of just you continually doing their voice in the modulator.
doing this.
Yeah.
You sound like you're the trivia murder guy.
Drax is kind of a renegade and kind of a wanderer in terms of his scientist. He's a roaming scientist for all intents and purposes. So, but he does occasionally drop by Reflection when he needs to, but he is very kind of eccentric compared to the other aboleths, and he's generally regarded as an oddball.
Yeah, so I probably like lean really in close and essentially say in deep speech, you know, for a breakout party, why did they have to send the weird one? Couldn't you have sent someone normal?
You trying to antagonize him?
No, I'm literally, I'm just being myself. I'm not deliberately trying to antagonize them. I just don't have any other form of talking to people.
If you
fair.
should take it that way, then that's not my fault.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna stand there swinging my fists, and if you walk into it, it's your own fault.
Did you say you're talking? Did you say you're talking in deep speech?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
instant,
you
like
can understand.
The professor can understand you,
yeah.
Yes.
Good.
can.
I'm
and
glad.
and Zormir can understand you.
Good. It's basically like Assassin has misunderstood the situation entirely and thinks that Drax is here to rescue them and take them back to Reflection. And it's basically like, why did they have to send you to rescue me? Like, couldn't they have sent someone that I get along with?
You just see
Nice.
you see Drax kind of looking at you. And then just fly away.
Wait, come back, buddy. We're not going home.
He
No.
deliberately tries to continue effectively running away from you in circles.
No, come on.
Can
Come
someone
on.
please get this away from me?
Like, we're supposed to be going home. What are you doing?
You're
buddy?
at home. You've got the backpack.
They'll have moved my stuff. Do you know how long it took to build this
Assassin, please,
palace?
please stop bothering Drax. I don't believe they are here to rescue you, as you said in deep speech. I'm sorry. I do understand what you're saying.
Rescue. I
Please,
had to install
continue.
all this wool in my backpack for you. Stop saying you need rescuing. You're fine.
Good for you. You learned a language. Did you do that on your year off or something? You
Yes.
travel the world. Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Mhm.
And then just turns back to Drax and be like, "So we leaving? Are we going?"
In that
Seem really
No.
awkward around
Drax-
you and deliberately avoiding you still.
Yeah, we're those colleagues that like
Wait a minute.
if we were next to each other at like the water cooler, we would just kind of like stand there awkwardly and then like go like yup and then walk in opposite directions. Like that's our working relationship as stands. So we're
Avina,
not
go.
Yeah.
Avina, could you get a hold of Assassin? I believe Drex is not here to rescue them as they keep on insisting.
He's playing the
I'm-
long game. I know Drac. I know
And
Drac. He's playing the long
thirdly,
game. He's playing mind games.
Can we? We're trying to have a conversation with Drex here. We
Okay, I get
leave
you.
them
I get
alone
you.
for
I'm
I-
picking.
now.
I
Please.
pick up Assassin, and go.
I get
Okay,
you.
go on your.
You're not here to rescue me, Drax. Wink out loud, and then like gets into the bag.
The point heard mind games and is trying to telepathically communicate with Drax. I don't know if Drax communicates telepathically
He does,
already.
yes, he does.
Yes.
Okay.
You're going to let me into your mind, are you?
You sound like Dracula now. Your voice is
Yeah.
changing.
So do I hear that in my head?
Yes.
Already did, didn't I? Mind games,
May
I got you.
see your memories.
There you go. Again.
Yeah, he's just phoned you.
Uh,
May I access your
pass, but if you,
Oh, yeah.
if you have any questions, I will answer them.
You've given him full access. He scanned your brain.
No, only you did he scan your brain because you let him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh no, you're such a sucker. You could have got
Yeah.
so much from him. Information is currency.
Genuinely was. That was literally what he said, I think, at the time.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like Hassan is in the similar boat. Information for only if you get something in return.
I think
so
he-
far it's been oranges.
Anyway,
Yeah, I think he briefly looked into Alvina's mind and then looked away with disgust.
Upon hearing you guys say you've given him full access to your brain, the professor tilts their head sideways, and then while you're all arguing and putting people in bags, I'm gonna do a thing and just watch the point for now, and then do my thing. That's all right. Just
Okay.
just watching Drax and the point interact non-verbally. I imagine it would be
Yeah,
yeah.
they're
Okay.
doing telepathy.
cool. If there was an eyebrow on a robotic faceplate,
They can be.
like a woolly willy, like a little magnet gets raised up the professor's face slightly.
Alright, so far you've told me you're doing something subtly, but you haven't actually told me what yet.
Oh,
I assume it's the
just
thing
watch-
you've
That's
posted.
how subtle it
Yeah,
is.
I'm just watching. I'm just watching them for now. But upon hearing the in interacting with them telepathically, you've given them access to your memories. Upon hearing the party say that, Professor moves forward slightly and is watching the conversation for a sec before deciding what they do.
Okay. You do so.
The point during this is trying to telepathically tell the story of the persona, the point, as opposed to who they actually are.
Right, fair, yeah.
Oh, you're like a concept album guy. I love it. Oh my god, yes. Oh, D&D concept album. Let's go.
This kind of like rounds the party quite nicely, actually.
Yeah.
The rest of us.
Nice little balance. Quick summary of the map. The grey areas as well as the white areas are elevated areas above 30 feet above the ground. The little bridges are archways and can be traveled underneath. It was the easiest way for me to convey archways for now.
Makes sense.
The white areas beyond the walls, such as these, are the cliff rises and are effectively no travel areas, unless you have gecko feet. But they're about 60 feet above the ground.
Okay.
You are in a little kind of dug out, almost quarry-like area, surrounded on all sides by the scrap white kind of limestone-esque that is kind of scattered everywhere around the scrapyard.
Everyone's been placed down in that bottom corner, and Gwent's just now up over there.
Yeah, I did notice Gwent was up there.
Yes, but you guys have time, so if you guys go just spread yourself out throughout the maps, I didn't actually realize how small the hydras were in relation to this map. Wow.
Yeah, they're only babies. You actually said they were like very young. So
No, but they're still sized as huge.
yeah.
That's just how big huge is in this map. Made my quarry quite decently sized.
That's a cool.
Yeah, thank you. Good one.
If you want to clamber up, there are vines and stuff over here, for example, or you can spend time carefully climbing up to the pillar or the archways, or if you fly or anything, that is fine.
I'll be just gonna
But you
try
guys
and
can spend some.
see.
Are these towers?
They're plimps, but yes, effectively
How
they're
high
towers,
are
30 feet up. 30 feet.
Then no. I'm a horseman. I ain't climbing.
Yeah, don't you climb at half speed or something like that as well?
I think it's 4 foot for every foot.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I think it's normal people climb at half speed. Then
So I can climb 20 foot around.
It's a pretty good.
So what's the point saying to Drax, if anything? Before I do my thing, before the fight.
the point is just fully going through the story. Long ago, I was born without a name.
I'm just imagining.
I
like,
wandered the
on
deserts
top of
many a
the car
year.
Hanging of just like the beginning of the concept album, you know?
Until from above, an eldritch presence gave me my oath. The oath to rock. And then starts playing out loud. Hasn't said anything out loud, just starts playing.
He's always like this.
Does Drax react?
How would you tell?
Yeah.
I'm watching them.
Yeah,
Facial features.
he doesn't do any facial features.
He hasn't
to
got a
do-
face.
I don't have a face.
Technically has a
so
face, but it's an alien
insight
face.
me.
Alright, give me an insight check. Let's see how well you are inciting
All right.
Aboleth.
Not very.
Nope, not
And it's
that.
and
Fucking
it's
stone face.
it's specifically related to the eldritch creatures, so I have advantage.
Oh, that's fair.
22.
You have studied Aboleth.
Uh-huh. I know all the minor reactions of Aboleth facial structure and symmetry.
Please.
The
Still a fail.
Aboleth doing their classic, kind of passive but kind of non-aggressive face that it helps encourage people to keep speaking. They're doing their listening face to try and encourage the point to just keep giving them free information. And they're soaking it all in. They don't seem to be like turning away, or they're not like annoyed or disgusted or anything like that. They're not like overly intrigued. They're just kind of taking it in and enjoying the information. They're was happy to take free information.
Could I
would
could
you
I
say
offer
they're-
up a bag with sunglasses on to stand in front of Drax and be like, "I'm sorry, no free performances. You'll have to go for me. I'm the agent," and like pulls out a piece of card that's literally just got their handprint on it, and just like literally just a random piece of paper they found in the bag, and just like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I decided I'm a music guy now. Yeah, that's me. I'm the music man."
I just realised I was thinking, what kind of
The
piece of...
point looks down as Assassin and says, "Oh, you have to speak to my other agent."
Wait, your other agent? You have another agent?
Hi!
We didn't discuss this. We didn't discuss it with someone else.
I'm the point's other
I'll
agent.
put you in touch when I can.
Yeah, you better. And also, stop giving your shit away for free.
It's not my fault that I am dedicated to performance. I just can't stop the music from flowing from me.
You should probably get that looked at, man.
But yes, as you guys are all talking about and doing training and various things, the day passes.
Wrangling
For
a
how much of a day can actually pass in this constantly dim morning environment. Yes, James.
While Drax is distracted, talking
Yes.
to the point,
Okay.
can I sort of my faceplate slides down slightly, and I want to use 3 soul points, because is this just a standard aboleth?
Nope.
No.
No?
No.
How high of a CR rating is it?
No idea.
Okay. Well,
Comes
if it's a
with the
standard
sandbox, yeah.
aboleth, yeah. Well, if it's standard aboleth of CR10, I need to use 3 soul points. So, what would you say I need
Yes.
to use?
Let's go with 10 for now.
Okay.
He's
Could I
adjacent.
CR10.
absorb its? Could I absorb its probing telepathy that I've just seen it use then, and attempt to make contact with the rest of the party,
This is a bad idea.
and
Yes.
learn their see their souls, essentially, see their greatest desires. That's my bonus action.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I know what Alvina's is.
I don't think
Food
you
and
are.
power.
There's a
and
few
power
things.
And food.
There's a few things in
Yeah.
hers, actually. She's actually got proper, legitimate written down desires and things.
Yeah, so everyone hears inside their mind, hello. No, it wouldn't be that way, actually, because it's telepathy. Hello? Testing? 1, 2, testing.
Who the fuck are you?
But you've responded.
No, she
Cool.
shouted that.
I think at Drax.
Alvina,
that you?
Alvina would have shouted that. While she's wrangling a Hydra. She's got Susie in a
Testing.
headlock at the
You'd
moment.
like to establish a telepathic communication with this assassin, huh?
Yes.
You would? You'd like to do that, huh?
Oh god.
Yes.
Hello? No,
That's-
but also I just couldn't resist. I was trying to think.
Assassin does have firewalls up.
Yeah, I do have firewalls up, so you just get the hello bounce back. Hello, no entry.
No
Assassin, you
entry!
get you get a
what-
lawler's card.
That's what deep speech sounds like.
Ooh.
Sorry,
Deep speech is ooh.
The mind is protected.
The professor is attempting to use probing telepathy on you. Would you like to initiate defense metrics?
Yes. Just kills him.
Yes. Fuck him up.
Professor, would you like to, as you probe with assassin in mind, you get, unbeknownst to you, diverted into a sandbox environment within their psyche.
A what box
assassin,
environment?
a
Sandbox.
sandbox environment. What would you like to project your greatest desire as?
Ooh, I do like this.
Ooh.
Oranges.
Oh.
You have a virtual sandbox inside your mind.
Oranges.
Okay.
What is this creature with this vast intellectual capacity that you created? I never would have thought it. Give me oranges and names. But my mind is a desert.
Oh, what would an assassin want other people to think that they want? That is a really difficult question.
Assassin wants everything.
Yeah,
All the
no,
shinies.
they don't actually. But I think.
Donuts? Okay.
Oh, that's it. I know.
Oranges.
I think that they'll
Orange
project
donuts.
the like essentially
Chocolate
like
orange donuts.
little soft like bakery or like pet shop of them just like taking care, and there's little orphan children running around and they're like haha cute little orphans and like taking care of them and stuff, like projecting the idea that deep down they just want to be like the best person they can be, you know, like the goodest little
Be the
boy.
best version of you.
Yeah, like the
I-
goodest little boy, you know?
I do not believe you.
I mean, it's my deepest desire.
Yeah, but as far as you know, this might actually be like, why? Why is this their deepest desire?
You just,
But-
like assassin
Professor
turns around and they're like golden retriever and a flubber crown levels of like adorable, and it's just like, I just want to help the world. I just want to be a good boy.
But to be
It's-
fair, the
it's-
professor does know enough to know that psionic sandboxes do exist.
Yeah.
It's like, this is bullshit. I
Yeah.
refuse to
Study
believe
that
it.
work.
narrow my eyes and think,
Yeah.
"Hmm,
And then at that point, assassin like moons you and just like runs off into the distance as everything becomes like quicksand.
Speaking of which, you also know enough to probably not try this on Drax.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do it on Drax. I was going to do it on the party so I can manipulate them in future.
Oh, that's fine. The party have no idea about this.
Yeah, you can all after the fact send me your.
Oh,
your
Abigail is
deepest
also
desires.
there. Her deepest desire, if you are interested, is to
I am.
make her father
She
proud.
hates me.
Thought so.
Ooh.
Thought so. I call that one.
Is there any
What
save
about-
against it?
It just happens.
Only if you accept the telepathy, though.
Alvina.
Gwen,
Alvina
Gwen
doesn't.
does not accept telepathy.
Hello? Testing? Testing? Can you hear me?
Alvina just shout out bugger off.
I guess technically Abigail should make a save.
It's if you respond. Testing? Hello?
Not save, but like a save to know, check to know if she actually understands what's happening right now. She doesn't know that
Anyone?
much.
Can Alvina try and
Anyone
figure out
hear me?
whose voice it is in her head?
You would
Good-
not know.
No, I mean, because she doesn't. Does it sound even vaguely like a speech pattern similar to the professor?
Basically, like, it's basically just like cold calling. Like, no, I'm sorry, we don't accept doorstep callers. Please check in
Abigail
later.
got taught from a young age never accept random telepathic communications.
Particularly, to be honest,
Yeah.
not while there's an aboleth monster here.
Yeah. Nope. She cannot. You see her eye, Drax. Presumably, she's gonna focus on Drax being the one doing it and reject
Yeah.
the call.
That's why I'm doing it in the Aboleth's presence.
Alvina's rejecting the call. From the speech pattern, is there anything that might give it away as the professor?
Not if it's just the one sentence of like hello.
Drax, you have a cold.
Well, she knows it's not Drax.
Give me an
Yes.
insight check to see if you know.
No, I'm not responding to you. I'm saying it out loud to Drax.
If you know enough about kind of what you've gleaned from the professor so far, it's going to be a really high check just because you actually don't know what their class is even.
Yeah.
So you'd have to put a lot of things together,
Nope.
but yeah, unfortunately, you just don't have enough knowledge to be able to kind of guess even, or even hint that it might be the professor.
Good luck, Professor. You didn't get punched in the face again.
Mm-hmm.
Yet. Alvina's gonna go back, just ignore it and go back to wrangling
But
Susan.
while all of you are doing this, you start to feel a subtle rumble in the ground. A few kind of rocks dislodge and dust falls down from the large kind of plinth pillars in the center and the archways. A little bit of dust shaking everywhere as the ground kind of shakes a little bit. And even if you look over to Abigail, I mean, even Abigail is confused, kind of looking around as to what's happening here. The shaking seems to, over the course of like a round, seems to slowly increase. Almost of something maybe burrowing or moving, or maybe a very small earthquake. Is there anything the party would like to do in that round before something happens?
Alvina's been like trying to wrangle Susie, so she's gonna be on her back. It's all basically be.
Yeah, it's fine.
I earlier cast fly on myself, which is why I'm on top of the pillar.
Did,
So I just fly further up slightly.
Okay.
did Drax respond to me verbally asking him the question of,
Oh,
"Are
let
you
me-
okay.
cold or something?"
I'd respond in your mind. Yeah, sure. Sorry.
Drax responds
Nor-
out loud. I do not understand the question. Why are you asking?
The voice in my head is different from what you normally sound, and
Be careful.
Yeah.
That's not me.
It's prank call.
The point hearing that whips round, but she's also standing next to a wall, so just whips round and stares straight to the wall.
Are you still talking to everyone with this thing, Professor? Even.
Only Zormir.
Okay.
They're
Since
just
no one
cold
else.
calling people in a row.
Yeah, basically, until someone responds and I can learn their deepest desires.
So the point would have responded because
Open up the
he thought he
attachment
was
and
talking
you,
to Drax.
You gain a virus.
You got a virus. Goodbye, Gwent. By the way, it's been nice knowing you.
Oh shit.
Anyway.
Yeah, if
So a little
does
bit of
anyone else
excitement.
spotted the purple worm?
We'll get through this no combat. Probably stop around 10 past or something. But to get a little round of combat in.
Because we've not had combat since.
3 campaigns.
I've not done combat.
The
In
last-
fact, you know what? I haven't done combat at all because in the one shot I was the antagonist. What the fuck? Paul? I'm not even
You were
single
hiding in the
ability.
walls.
You did combat
Really, it's
when we
quite
fought the
remarkable for one
Nothic.
of my campaigns.
It really is.
Yeah.
You did
You
combat
did
when you
enough
fought the
combat.
Nothic because you made friends with the captain, remember?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot about
there
that.
was
I kinda
like
just
one
skipped
round.
It was one round.
And yeah, the most damage I've done is throwing a random pot of air quote
Shite.
paint at you.
Oh yeah, that nearly killed
Yeah.
2 of us.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
exactly.
You
I
fuck
got a
you.
lot with that paint.
You didn't.
But yes,
do
everyone roll
combat, but you
initiative
downed
as
2
a
people.
Yeah.
giant worm, for all intents and purposes, bursts out of the ground. But the giant worm has a slightly sandy, almost purple hinted kind of sandstone
Jesus.
hide.
I got a 9
Um,
with advantage. God damn.
For those with a high passive perception, you actually see there's a massive gash along the side of it, where it seems to be kind of oozing this kind of thick green liquid.
I
16.
need to absorb some of that creature, please.
I rolled 2 6s. God damn it.
Ali, what's your Dex mod?
+3.
So
Oh
you
no,
add
sorry,
your
that's my initiative. Sorry. Dex is
you-
+2.
Yeah, because you add your Jack of all trades,
Yeah.
which you have done.
I'm not
Yes.
on the board.
So using
Probably because you didn't click on your character.
Dex +2 and then
Yeah,
+3 to
you-
initiative.
You'd be with
Assassin's
me.
all the way at the bottom.
Yeah, but Assassin
Oh,
would be
right.
with me, wouldn't she?
All right.
I gave you guys a chance to move your character.
Yeah.
1 minute. I'm trying, because I got 21
What?
initiative, but it keeps telling me that I didn't select the token.
Yeah, you have to
That's fine,
click
I
on
can
your
check it for you.
person to do it first. This is one of the
Right
things
click
we're
on your
Okay, there.
icon.
Yeah, if you see
21.
it click. Oh yeah.
Is
That's
it none of
permission.
us actually gotten a double figures except for 2?
Oh yeah.
I rolled a 6 with advantage. I got a 9 total with advantage.
Wouldn't I be going
Yeah,
first then?
so did I.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Well, actually, I'll because I
But
haven't
I've
put
got
order yet.
I've got
Yeah,
an
no.
okay dex though.
Is
Is that everyone on the
ready
initiative
for
order?
action?
I
Uh,
don't think I am because I haven't put my character sheet into Roll20 yet.
then yeah, be everyone but the point.
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't need
no.
a full character sheet. You just need to have a character sheet and have it selected for the sake of Roll20 while selecting your
Have you
mini.
even-
But
Okay.
I can add you that.
I'll do that
fine.
between this week and next week.
Have you even rolled? I can't see your name.
I rolled in that
Going
20.
zero.
Oh, there it is. There you are.
Yeah.
The point.
Ah.
Oh, my
Oh,
name's
right,
not
you've rolled
on this.
right.
That's why. That's what
If
threw
you
me.
use for D&D Beyond, if you use Chrome, there's a Chrome add-on that lets you roll into Roll20.
Yeah, beyond
Yeah.
20.
Okay. Oh,
Um,
yeah. Find that.
Beyond,
I can show you how
beyond
to
20.
do that at some
Yeah.
point.
I just made
Yeah,
all my
just
character
like
sheets
you.
in here.
Damn.
It makes it so you can just click anything on your character sheet and it immediately goes to Roll20. It's kind of convenient, but Bane
Okay.
hates it, so
Yeah.
Yep.
you do have the option of just recreating it in Roll20 like Bane.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Fair.
Oh, there we go. Got minimize my turn order settings. All right. Oh wow, the point gets. But before the point goes first, let's do a quick reminder of mechanics. You have NPC allies. For the sake of me not having to run multiple complex NPC ally stat blocks, I've simplified the NPC support combat mechanics. Each NPC, instead of having a complex stat block, now has one or two or several support actions, which they can use during the support round. The support rounds are at 10 and 1. Every time you get to a support round, you can have, as a collective of the party, or whatever you guys want to do, select one of your NPC allies and make them use one of their support actions. For flavor, they will be doing the combat in the background. Their damage just won't be calculated into the creature's health, or the creature will technically have additional health, but it will be factored out by
It's oblique.
the NPC
essentially.
doing stuff. Yeah, their background fighting flavor-wise, but for the sake of the game and the mechanics, they get to do one special NPC action on the support round. So, for example, since you now have a bunch of new allies, Drax has probably the simplest. On the support round, you can have Drax give somebody a D10 Bardic Inspiration, effectively. which they can use on their next attack or ability check. So they have Drax's Inspiration, where they critique you and give you pointers and tips on how to do better on an attack or an ability. Your Acid Swap Hydras will have their mounted movement still, so if you're riding them, you can still move them, use their movement for your base movement. But in terms of their actions, they have a combat action Acid Breath. Note that it is not recharge like their base one is, because a lot of their stat blocks just condensed.
Mhm.
And they can do a 30-foot line, 5-foot wide Acid Breath, or Dex save, blah blah blah, for whoever's there. And then similarly, Abigail has 2. She has a combat action and a utility action. She can either do a attack herself, where she makes 2. She makes 2 attacks, or she had a leadership ability that allows her to command somebody within 60 feet to make 1 attack at the cost of their reaction, the cost of the person making the attack's reaction.
Nice.
She has effectively, she's a commander in training.
I like it.
These guys can level up and gain new bonuses and stuff as you kind of thingy them, and you can gain new allies with new cool abilities. So you can collect them all if you want to. When traveling, they do count towards like needing more additional rations and stuff for them, but that'll pretty much, they'll have a maintenance cost effectively.
NPCs gotta catch 'em all.
It's actually fine. Albina's got a food. We're fine. Water's gonna be the problem.
You are pretty much limited by the number of support rounds you have. I've given you 2 because you're now up to effectively 4 allies.
Yeah.
But they will, and also they kind of max out at your tier level. So when you get to like tier 3, you can start having 3 support rounds. Tier 4, you can start with 4 support rounds.
Question for the Hydras: for them to be able to do their support rounds, do they have to be ridden, or can they just do it?
I'm fine with them just doing it.
Okay. Because I've just realised
the
they're actually
Hydras-
slower than Alvina.
The Hydras have other problems, such as if you're ambushed or they get attacked, they have loyalty checks, as they're not fully domesticated. But I'll be doing that in the background and just kind of flavoring it as they're getting agitated. It looks like, they might run unless you kind of try and calm them down. But yeah, alright, so everyone throw some combat music on your background or whatever it is you like to do with combat, and there's a giant worm that has invaded and seems to be looking around aggressively, kind of eyeing Gwent up. It looks like they're looking for resources to consume. You also would be aware that monsters are naturally kind of drawn to Noid souls to consume them, for those without like more primitive tech kind of intelligence. So a wounded creature like this would want to eat a Noid soul to power up. Just so you know you're probably in a little bit of danger.
Please don't eat me.
Ooh, that's lunch, guys! Lunch has turned up!
This giant worm with a giant gash in its side leaking a green liquid does definitely seem wounded or damaged, and definitely like kind of backed into a corner aggressive. The point is your turn. Or would you like to?
As an action, I will deploy Merida, which is my instrument, which flops down next to me. I place it down gently next to me, and 3 spindly wooden legs pop out from underneath it, and it starts pointing its barrel. Well, it starts pointing its barrel towards the worm. It then realizes it can't see the worm because there's a cliff in the way, and starts. Yeah. I start wandering. So both I and it.
Either north or south towards one of these bridges. These are arcs.
Yeah. So the point will move up to here, and say I haven't sent Chris a token to be the thing yet. So I'm gonna say the thing's there.
Yeah, for that. There you go.
And if it can see,
it can. Yep.
The Hydra from here. Okay, it will shoot.
I'm just gonna call this turret for now. For simplicity. Really should have a standard turret icon at some point. Go ahead and make an attack.
Okay.
As your converted musical instrument Merida lines up on the giant worm, it is up to attack. Oh no, it's damage. You need an attack roll for. Nope, there we go. An 11, unfortunately. Just as you're kind of lining up, and this is the first time you've fired her since you kind of got damaged in the crash, and you notice the aim's just a little bit off. You're gonna have to recalibrate that a little bit. Do you have a second attack or?
That's the action to deploy, bonus action to shoot. So
yeah, that's fair. then yeah, you can essentially spend around kind of recalibrating. Hopefully, that'll shoot straight next time.
Yeah, the point's just grumbling under their breath as they fix it.
Assassin, it is your turn.
Is there water nearby?
In large quantities or small?
Either. Basically, can I dunk myself in it?
You're a bag.
Go ahead and give me a roll 20 for a fate die.
Okay.
To see
I-
if it's rained recently.
Yeah, basically, can I just like, if I can be
Okay.
under it, then that's the vibe.
Fortunately, we're in which season are we
A
in?
desert.
We're in neutrality. Unfortunately, there is no water nearby. It hasn't rained for a couple days yet.
Then,
And
Currently
anything that has
experiencing
already
a drought.
absorbed.
this is not my environment. Then I would like to
Jump
pad
back in my
way over
bag.
to the nearest like sort of hidey hole, and
Stop being his
or
backpack.
whatever, and then hide. I would like to hide.
You jump on my back in the backpack. You go.
Fair, you do it. I believe you have a bonus action hide, so you can like hide dodge if you want.
Oh yeah, I'll dodge hide. Yeah.
Just in case it somehow gets to you. It's probably going after either Gwent or Fokyu, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It is now time for this giant worm that you have no idea what it is. Although I guess the Professor and Abigail might. So Professor, go ahead and give me a nature check.
Is this aberrational?
It is not. It is elemental in nature.
Cool. Natur.
Primal in origin.
Naturwissenschaften. Still int-based.
It's a giant tapeworm.
Jawohl.
Kind of is. You are
Melik was a small tapeworm.
It's a violent tapeworm.
You're at least aware of some of the more dangerous creatures around the area, especially the outpost. You are aware this is a Titan stomach worm. It kind of got its name with the kind of either child story or kind of like a legend or pop that obviously Titan guts are literally the guts of a Titan that was wounded in the battle of the Rainbow Wall, and that these worms were a part of some form of either kind of natural immunity defense system or were an infection of some kind. Nobody's entirely sure. There's different versions of the story, but the Titan stomach worms kind of go around Titan's guts and seek out kind of stray kind of tribes or people, or just kind of eat through any of the more crumbling or part of the rocks.
Are they edible?
They do a munch.
Are they edible?
They are technically stone elementals, so I'm gonna go with no.
Aw.
You know,
Crunchy.
if you were gonna say they're technically edible, anything that's technically edible is not worth eating. Like, anything that's described as technically edible is just not worth it.
I mean, that's what
Right.
red
Oh,
arcanite
tell
dust
me
is. That's what red arcanite dust is. It's technically edible, so.
Anything
What
is technically
Passive
edible.
perception. Passive is
Whether
12,
it tastes nice
so
or not is a different
I'm going
story.
to assume it's more interested in Gwent than Fokyu because Gwent is a little. Actually, Gwent, what's your passive stealth?
My. Ooh, what would be passive stealth?
What's your stealth modifier?
Are you in heavy? Are
+9.
you in heavy?
What Fokyu's stealth modifier?
A lot.
Fuck you,
bunch.
stealth modifier is +7.
Oh.
It's less than Gwent's. Okay, so it's gonna eat Fokyu. Fokyu somehow is the least stealth, naturally like passively stealth than Gwent.
He's less naturally stealthy than the horse.
It's
Like
the
fuck.
level of rogue.
This is the point
Not
where we
stealth.
find out that Fuckyu's not immortal anymore.
Is Quentin any armor, by the way?
Say that again.
I just asked, is Quentin any armor? I can't remember.
She's got the armaments.
Ah,
Yep.
He has, sorry.
I like to believe it's because this thing has keen smell and just Fokyu has a more distinct smell.
Goblin. Smells goblin. Goes.
Distinct.
It's
Very
Goblin.
descriptive there.
yes.
A
Goblin.
distinct smell.
It's goblin and burnt flesh.
They guess make 2 attacks, one with its bite, one of its stings. So you know what, I'm going to bite on Fokyu and then it's going to whip its tail around it.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ouch.
The 1 bite attack, that is a 24.
Yep. That's gonna hit.
Kills him.
as it's going to do 3d8 plus 9 piercing damage for 20 piercing damage. And I assume you're a large or smaller creature. You must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or to be swallowed by the worm.
Be swallowed. Less damage.
Yeah, this is from Millic's point of view. It works.
Yes.
somehow. But you were able to, while you take like
Damn.
a scratch, or you actually probably not gonna scratch. You got this is your plot armor. You managed to just kind of throw yourself out of the way, but you're having to really exert yourself with that additional piercing damage. And you do not take the acid damage. I don't need to read the rest of that. That's fine. The tail stinger is gonna sweep around towards Gwent. Let's just kind of. Ooh, no, I was gonna warrant this. Sweep around. There we go. Gotta symbolize that sweeping around, right? I guess. And it is going to hit into you for a 27 to hit.
Yeah, well, that hits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
As it. Oh. Didn't add the plus 9 there. 23 piercing damage. Oh.
yeah, I was about to say, it's like if this is the stat block I think it is. Good luck, Gwen.
Yeah, you guys are fun. It's fine. There's like 8 of you. If some of you die, it's fine.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, that's big Farquaad energy of some of you may die, but that's a chance I'm willing to take.
But that's a
Gwen.
sacrifice I'm willing to take.
Are you immune to poison damage?
I mean, I really don't think I am.
I bet you wish you were.
You'd make me a Constitution saving throw.
Please pass. For the love of God, pass.
I mean, if you don't, I will extract the poison from your body so we can at least use you in death.
Goodbye, Gwen.
Buddy old pal. That's 46 poison damage.
Excuse me, what?
Purple one.
So, oh, God. 50, that's 60 damage in total.
It's more than that. It's plus 9. Plus 9.
It was 14 plus 9. 9
Nice.
didn't work.
Yeah.
69 damage in total, I'm afraid.
Well,
Nice.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really not surprised.
Oof,
I am-
boy.
Constantly down.
That worm. Whoa. But that is the worm's turn. And luckily the worm doesn't have legendary actions. At least not this one.
Yeah. Jeez.
Excuse
the
me?
king of the worm. Fuck you, it's
Or
your
does
turn.
it?
You've just narrowly avoided being eaten and swallowed, but Gwent just took a giant stinger to the chest, and is now just lying there unconscious. What do you do?
Yeah.
You say, thanks, Gwent.
Thanks, Gwen. Oh God,
I'm
can you
glad I
imagine?
doesn't need to be bitten.
Yeah, fuck you. Can you imagine if you were more stealthy than Gwen? That'd hit you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Um,
funny because I'm the healer and you lot are fucked.
Yep.
It's fine, I can heal also.
Good.
I
Good
can
idea.
heal a bit as well.
And can I?
Definitely.
I can't
We can
heal.
all heal a little bit.
You'll all die. It's okay.
Don't worry. You're hiding in my backpack.
Don't get eaten.
Yeah, you'll get swallowed with.
Don't get eaten. Don't get eaten. Just that's all you're hearing right now out of the backpack is just don't get eaten.
Stay away from the mouth.
So,
No, I don't want to be near the tail. Thanks. I'll take the mouth.
I am going to turn invisible.
Alright, go for it.
Yep, that's the right call here, I think.
I go
And
bye bye.
then-
I am not here.
And then-
That's rogue.
Yep, and then I'm going to bonus action disengage and run away.
Uh-huh.
That was a smart move, disengaging.
RLF.
So I've got 30 foot movement. Let's see how far I could get. So I could get to about there.
Alright, I believe that was your action bonus action. It is now the support round. You now can use one of your NPC special actions. Which one would you like to use?
What did you say the Hydra's breath weapon's length was again? Was it 30?
30 feet, and you can have them move on their turn. That's fine. I'm not really worried about their positioning.
Are you okay with? I want to get Susie up here so I can jump off and go and attack the worm in close quarters. Because then it's not going to kill all of us.
So you want her to
Let's
just
To move to the top of that because she's got the gecko feet. So I don't remember how high it was, but
30 feet
it was
up.
30 feet high.
30 feet up. Okay. So you can
So,
basically make it onto the wall. Probably.
Yeah, you can also do improvised actions if you just want them to like dash. They can do standard like movement stuff.
Oh yeah, I'd
That's
like her on top of here essentially.
Yep. Assuming everyone else is fine with this,
Mhm.
Susie is going to
Yeah.
use their support round to effectively gecko dash up the wall and onto the plumber, and they are now kind of just their feet kind of spread over the top of this giant pillar, kind of looking. Actually, not even looking down at this worm. This worm's head is level with this pillar, given that they're actually like, maybe like a little bit beneath it, just because they lean down to bite. But if they leaned up, they'd definitely be equal to it. All right, is the support action to get you up there? It is your turn.
It's my turn actually. Yeah, because I've got a faster initiative than the professor.
I don't know. That's what the turn order told me here.
Damn it, lies!
Turn order put Professor up higher. Oh, sorry.
Cool. Then I'm flying, so I have a 60 feet speed, fly speed. 5, 10, 15, 20. 60. I see Gwent unconscious, right?
Yep.
Right. I see. Then I will first vicious mockery on whoever's making all that crunching sound on the microphone.
Sorry.
I knew it was you. Let me see. It's gonna be. Was it a Soul Barrage? No, that wasn't it. No, that'd be the action. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna bonus action to the healing word. It'll be just at first level. I'm not gonna waste it. Let's be honest, because if you go down again, there's very little I can do. But you do gain 9 hit points. And then as my action, firing from my palm is gonna be a sprinkling of Arcanite that just coalesces into a blinding white sort of laser beam.
Okay.
The wand of wonder at the worm. Stinking cloud gets cast upon it.
Okay.
Now remind me of the effects of Stinking Cloud.
Stinking cloud.
10 pounds.
It is a 20-foot radius sphere of yellow nauseating gas.
Okay.
It's heavily obscured. At the start of its turn, it makes a con save against poison, which it's probably immune to. Let's be honest.
It might not be.
If it fails, that it's probably got con for days anyway. If it fails, it spends its turn pretty much vomiting in the stinking cloud.
I think that's more dangerous than if it attacked, to be honest.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to assume that that's you.
That's me, yeah.
Alright, Alvina, it is your turn. What would
Okay.
you like to do?
Where is exactly the stinking cloud? I kind of need to know.
It's centered on base, basically.
Its face, okay.
Yeah.
Is it more than 20 feet long?
It's
There we go.
It looks gargantuan.
The creature is big enough. You can get its tail or like height of main body.
Yeah.
Those kind of like spread out. So yeah, you can easily get to its body without going into the sticking cloud.
Yeah, Alvina's going to rage first.
You can get to like the other side of it where the gash was. So the gash would be on its right side.
Okay. Yeah, with a 45-foot movement. So she's going to get to basically to where the gash is. She's going to leap off with Assassin still in her backpack. And she's going to make a couple of attacks specifically at the gash.
All right.
And it's probably going to hit me.
Go for it.
It's probably going to hit me anyway, so I'm going to reckless this.
That's fair. It's mostly the bite you need to worry about.
Yeah.
Well, because it's got lower attack mod.
20,
A tail. Shit, anything.
22.
22, I believe, does hit. Yes.
Yeah. Does it do anything extra for hitting that weak spot?
Not for that weak spot, but it does have a poison splash passive.
Ooh.
So when it takes damage, or damage of a certain type, each creature within 5 feet of the worm takes 2d8 poison damage.
Oh, it just takes. Nasty.
It's a classic aura. So you're going to take 13 poison damage, as unfortunately as you slash into it, the poison from the gash actually splashes back at you. But it does take the... this is just 14 slashing.
Magical
Does take
slashing, yeah. And she's gonna hit it.
As you hit it again, you actually get a closer look at this gash, and you can see there appears to be tiny, kind of small chips and fragments of what looks to be like maybe a light pinkish, purplish crystal. You can make a nature check if you have any kind of jeweler's proficiency or any history with crystals or any reason why you might know different sort of mineral crystals. This is looks to be natural. It doesn't seem to have the magical sheen of Arcanite.
If they were
Just
in
normal.
If this was the type of crystal that could be potentially found in Fantasia, otherwise that weird forest in Fantasia, otherwise I can't think of any reason why she would.
Yeah. Give me a nature check. It'll be a reasonably high DC. Maybe like let's go 15.
There's a chance I can make it.
Chance maybe. It is generally just because Fantasia tends to use crystals a lot in their art. You might have just seen it because you go out and collect stuff and bring it back. Crystals are very kind of prominent in the Fantasian kind of bartering economy.
That was a pretty good roll.
Unfortunately, it could be a number of kind of purplish pink crystals. You aren't able to kind of see it by the sheen.
That's fair.
You probably ate one.
Probably. But yeah.
Probably. Just,
Second attack. 28 with another 14 damage.
Yep, coming in with another 14 damage, and I believe this is every time it takes damage.
Probably.
It is, unfortunately. It's one of those standard aura attacks. This is another 13 poison damage.
At least you are consistent with the damage.
Yeah, me and it are both very consistent with this damage. Oh, by the way, everyone who attacks it in melee has advantage, by the way.
Nice. Everyone who attacks it with melee also gets poison damage.
Yep, you got advantage.
It's your choice to make.
Yep.
Does Elvina have any additional attacks or anything else they'd like to do as a bonus action?
She would, but her bonus action was rage.
Oh, that's right, you reached this turn.
Yep.
Cool. Then in that case, it's Zormir's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move up the mount on Gregor and go, okay, Gregor, let's do this, and cast
A con save.
Enlarge. Okay, it didn't put the name of the spell as well, apparently. But, yeah. I cast Enlarge on Gregor.
Now he's gargantuan.
Gregor enlarges. He is now gargantuan, yeah.
That's what I'm doing, and as a bonus action, I'm going to use my shifter ability and basically up my AC and give me some temporary hit points.
You can also use Gregor's movement if you'd like to kind of just move him towards the creature.
You're going to cause an earthquake.
Yeah, I'm gonna move it up onto this bit here.
Okay, yeah. As the movement to do that, that's fine. If it's slightly enlargement, I assume it gets like a tiny little bit more movement from a wider span, and if not, it does now.
It makes
So
sense.
it's at least able to get up on top of it.
That's what I always do if I boost things size like that. Got long legs.
But that is Gregor's full movement to get up there.
I wish I
Is that
had
you,
one.
Zormir?
Yeah, because I'm bonus action shifting.
Yeah, that's fine. Lou, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Mind Sliver at it, or at least attempt to.
Go for its brain.
All right, go for it. Am I making any saves, or is this an attack roll?
It's an attack roll. Yeah, it's just an attack roll.
Do you want me to look it up?
The target must succeed in an
Yep.
intelligence saving throw. 17.
Doesn't sound like an attack roll.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if a worm has very high intelligence.
Intelligence saving throw, huh?
Yes.
Okay, let's find out. The worm gets a 6.
It's got the worst part.
Well, it was 17.
Yep.
The worst part is that this worm with a -2 probably means it's about as intelligent as Alvina.
6 psychic.
6 psychic.
Might never do anything else.
And it doesn't have additional effects when it fails.
Oh, -1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
Thrower, take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
The 1-turn
Spells'
bane.
damage increases by 1d6 when you reach certain levels. Alright.
Fascinating. The poison splash is just when it takes damage.
Yep.
Of any type, not psychic.
Oh, by the way, you've reached the level. For it, so it's actually 2d6 damage. Oh, he's already rolled it. Cool, good to know.
Yeah, beyond
Uh,
automatically for us.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there's a level category.
Cool.
Alright, Lou, I believe that's your. It has a -d4 on its next saving throw for any spellcasters coming up next. Lou, is that you? Any bonus actions or anything?
No, that's me.
That's fair. And hilariously, because it's psychic, it's the only damage that doesn't trigger its splash attack. I guess because it's not physical.
It's
Gwent, it is your turn. You are back to conscious, but you are prone. What would you like to do? There's a tail kind of wiggling in front of you.
The tail off! Cut the tail off!
Crawl away from the tail.
But how much is getting up is half your movement?
Yeah.
Half your movement.
Okay.
That's a lot of movement for you as well.
Yep, unless you
Yeah.
have, I think it's athletic feat or you're a drunken monk.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think it's the mobile feat as well, is it not?
Mobile, I think,
maybe-
lessens it, I think.
It's either mobile or athletic.
Athletic
Ooh,
definitely makes
Do
it down to
have
5.
mobile, but it doesn't do that.
Yeah, so it must be
Gives
athletics.
you more.
Athletic definitely does, because I quite often take that feat.
Yeah, you're probably thinking because you're probably a monk when you did it, or a drunken monk when you did it.
I think Monk can do it.
Okay.
Just
I
be
will
drunk.
be casting Sanctuary on myself,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna get up and peg it 40 foot away.
Alright, now, let's see, I think it still makes a reaction opportunity attack. It just has to make a wisdom save first. I
Yep.
don't believe Sanctuary is bypassed by anything, unlike the illusion spells. Oh no,
I think it's if it
Sanctuary.
specifically says it gets past Sanctuary or something like that, then it does, but otherwise.
It's more the spell will say if it requires sight or anything like that. I do not believe it does. I think Sanctuary is one of those spells that just wards you against anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so it has to make a wisdom save. Cool. Good to know. Alrighty then, let's have a look. What is the DC we're making here? 17?
17 wisdom.
Okay.
18! Oh!
Come on!
Goodbye,
You have to
Gwen!
do-
I'm
Another-
so sorry.
You have to do a roll against the Mind Sliver too, though.
It's not a saving throw. Oh, it is a saving throw.
It's a
Minus
saving
is
throw.
D4.
If it gets a 1,
It's a 2 or more. Needs to be a 2 or more.
Oh, we're about to
It's
see if
gonna be
Neil's about to save
You
your ass.
could have saved your life there, Gwen.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Failing that, we have a bard who can cutting words, I'm sure.
2, thank God!
Hey!
The bare minimum needed!
Hey, that's all this party needs. Bare minimum.
Bare minimum. As lose additional psychic interference messes with the worm's attack, and suddenly it deflects off of it.
Thank God.
Technically, I can attack somebody else, but it's an opportunity attack, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
We just
That
nods at
is-
Gwen.
Hey,
Just have to say,
You-
you're welcome.
You can't see him right now. You can't see
Just-
each other right now.
Just failed. Damn.
just
Yeah.
a question. Would,
Yes.
like, I've cast the spell Sanctuary. Does Channel Divinity, you can't do, does it cast as a spell?
No,
Or
it's
not.
an ability.
It's an
Oh.
Yeah, it's an ability as an action.
Well, in that case, then I'm going to cast Channel Divinity on myself, and I'm going to heal myself 31 points. And then I think Alvino can have the remaining 9.
Oh, Oh, thank you. That is very handy.
And need health.
I need healing.
Alright, I believe that is Gwent's turn then.
Yep, alive and did not expect it.
We go back to the support round. You guys have your Hydras you can launch, and one of them can attack, probably Susie. You have Drax, who can give one of you inspiration, and you have Abigail, who is nearing in and can either have one of you attack or do her own attacks.
What's
What
the
do you like?
range of the breath weapon?
30-foot line, so Susie is probably in position to shoot down at it.
That's Abby down for Susie to shoot it. I'll take some damage, but well.
I can name the thing at its head.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna take damage when when it takes damage, it hurts me. So but just shoot the fucking thing. I don't care.
Alright, so the Hydra, we're going with Hydra Acid Breath.
Susie's acid breath.
Alright, it gets a Dexterity saving throw, DC 14. But let's find out.
That was a
what its
bad
dex
roll
save
from Susie.
is.
What
The
CR are
fuck one?
these Hydra, by the way?
Like 5.
I don't know, I just time give them tiers.
Yeah,
I was just wondering.
they've got some they're a bit weaker than the standard Hydra, I think.
Definitely fails that Dex.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take 15 acid. Got anything acid? Nope, acid takes it. Alright, it takes 15 acid.
Imagine this thing's just got a lot of health, to be honest.
And since it did take damage, unfortunately, since it being in combat with this thing is particularly dangerous being in melee with it, you're going to take 2d8 poison damage, or 7 poison damage. As just kind of as it's kind of blasted in, a little bit of its kind of this kind of purple hinted sandstone skin kind of tears open a little bit, and a little bit of acid splashes out at you.
It's fine.
It seems to almost have a porous skin.
I'm at a net gain thanks to Gwen. So.
Nice. All right. Well, that was your support round. The points you have fixed, finally calibrated at Merida. What would you like to do?
Right. So first, I'm gonna order. I'm gonna actually use my extra voice for this. First, I'm gonna order Merida to shoot the worm again. Hopefully, hitting this time. No, I've
All right.
already lost the button, which is shoot Merida.
Open fire.
There it is.
Jesus.
Wait. There's +0 on it. What's your modifier?
I think it's +0 because it's his own thing.
Oh no, you've just rolled flat damage. You haven't rolled to attack.
Yeah.
The
You
bottom
click-
one.
The second one's to attack. I rolled an 8 to attack.
Ah.
Really, the turret's just +0.
It's plus proficiency
Yeah.
usually, isn't it?
Eldritch Cannon, no, it's your spellcasting mod, dude.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I must say it's definitely got something.
Yeah.
Okay,
whatever.
then-
Casting ability
Charisma
or
plus
also
3.
proficiency?
It's a spell
Okay, so
attack.
plus proficiency.
So.
So +3 +2, so 13.
As far as
well,
I'm
13.
aware, anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately 13 still misses.
Okay.
Unfortunately that 8 just a little bit too low. It looks like its kind of stony, porous skin is still a little bit tough.
In that case, the point will turn to Drax, say, "Don't touch Merida," and we'll run up to about here,
Okay.
and then cast Scorching Ray at it.
Lasers.
Oh my god, I now have an image of Drax firing an Eldritch Cannon, and I can't undo that out of my
Use
head.
a support action to do it. Go for
Oh
it.
my god.
Yeah, you're cool.
It might be
But
better
are
at
you
aiming than I am.
Yeah, you're cool. But are you tentacle monster firing at Eldritch Cannon
Okay,
from the head of a
that is-
guitar? Cool.
God, to
Go
be
ahead
an
with your
Eldritch
Okay,
Monster
Scorching Ray.
firing a
The good thing about Scorching Ray is I get 3 attempts to hit.
This one actually does have your spellcasting modifier on it.
Yeah.
So let's make sure you're factoring
Well, you rolled
those
above
in.
Can you roll above a 10, please?
We got 11.
Wow, 3.
9, 9, 11, 9. Gee.
I would
Oh.
throw a dice into dice jail, but I don't know how to do it virtually. So
We'll do it after the session. I'll teach you how to do a dice purge and roll 20 because you might need it.
yeah, I think so.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
9, 8, 9, 11, 9.
And 2 damage on 2 of those, even if they did hit.
Oh god.
Oh, that's-
2d6, the
that was-
highest roll you got was a 4.
You suck.
That is the worst luck I have ever seen.
I've seen worse, but that's pretty bad.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Roll.
Now remember, guys, this is the Point's first combat in a while since they got to the new world. They're just adjusting the slight,
Yeah.
He's fresh.
difference in gravity.
He's got
Freshly
jet
painted
lag.
miniature. He's a freshly painted
Yeah,
miniature. He doesn't work
tune.
yet.
Yeah, he's hiding behind this archway. He's not really looking where he's firing.
He's just hiding behind with his arm out and just firing.
Yep.
Alright, Assassin, since you're in the bag, I've made you made you immune to the poison damage that seems splashing around since you get moved to by your choice. But if you pop out of the bag and join into the fight, you will be within melee for acid unless you move away. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, so one thing I'd like to do is cast Hunger of Dar, up, like, kind of, you know, like, in its body, but away from everyone else. Because it's a huge
Yeah,
creature, and it's a
throw it on
20
the head.
sphere. So, like, I'm gonna throw it on its head,
Yep.
and if it starts its turn, it takes 2d6 cold, and if it ends its turn, it takes 2d6 acid, is the vibe.
Yeah.
So from everyone else's perspective, they just hear like horrible noises, like the most like horrible screeching noises, and you can't tell whether it's the worm or whether it's
That'll be
whatever's in that sphere.
Can it just be overlapping? Hello, 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 hello.
Yes, that's exactly
It's
what
not
that
exactly what it is.
Yeah, yeah,
It's the
yeah.
Uwu song
Exactly.
just playing on loop.
Alright,
Hate it.
Assassin, is that you?
And then I would like to summon one of my tentacles nearby.
Yay!
So we just get a little boy. He pops up, a little shadow boy.
Shadow
He
tentacle.
waves at Alvina.
Alvina waves back with one of her swords in hand.
I'll deal with the mini fat there. Since you didn't need to be within melee and you weren't really taken into melee by your choice, I can have you just like 10, 15 feet away. As you kind of get out of the bag outside of its line of sight and kind of scramble back a little bit.
Yeah.
She's little and she's directly behind me, so.
You can run the thing.
Yeah, as
Alright,
long as
thank
I'm
you.
staying 10 feet, within 10 feet of the tentacle, and Alvina is within 10 feet as well.
I'll put you behind these boulders over here in the tent between you and Alvina. And stuff.
Ideal.
Sweet. Okay, well then let's go on to the Titan Stomachor, and this will be the what? Not truly the last round.
So it starts its turn. So it
Yes,
has
I'm
to
gonna
do.
start.
It has to do a saving.
I know. As we're getting to, we're gonna do this in order because there's technically overlapping effects right now. We're gonna start with the Stinking Cloud because it got activated first. As the worm appears to be immune to poison,
Oh, good to
Figured
know.
as much. Good to know.
unaffected by the Stinking Cloud as it kind of begins rearing its head around. It seems to be unaffected by it. However, the grasping coldness at it. What was the save, Kaylee?
14 dex.
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 It's only already done its save thing. I don't think there's anything doing anything about this. So it's a +1. It's a 5. It fails. Roll for damage.
2d6 cold.
2d6 cold.
The other one will be acid.
Oh, okay,
so
yeah.
there's not a button for that. So yeah, take the 5 if it ends its turn there.
That's fine. It's going to take the cold damage. However, as it kind of
Yep.
starts to move,
Oh,
I'm going to have it like
it can't see at all if it's on its head.
I think it has tremors.
Probably has
Fine,
tremor.
can't see.
As
Can't
in,
visibly see.
can't visibly see
Yeah.
because the light can't enter it. If it has blind sense or tremor sense, it'll bypass it.
That's fine. It has both.
Cool.
Yes,
checking.
both! It's got.
It has both.
Both.
The
Both is good.
Stinking Cloud is also heavily obscured, so it would have 2 vision impairing effects on
Fair,
it.
fair.
It's
and
just
also, like,
blackness that stinks.
stinking blackness. But it kind of starts rearing its head kind of above it as it kind of just extends its head up through the cloud and darkness, kind of lean over and stare down at all of you. And as you do, you can kind of see the kind of scorches along its body, particularly Alvina,
Oh,
you're
shit.
right next to it.
I forgot when I make my tentacle, I can fucking smack someone with it.
Yeah.
Can I smack a bitch?
Yeah. Go for it.
I forgot.
He has enough health that it won't matter for what he's about to do here, which is regenerate.
Never mind.
Do,
Natural
I
one.
know.
Re-
Oh,
It really
boo.
doesn't matter.
I see it regenerate, Chris.
You do, yes. You can remember that for next week, as that is where we're going to end for today. Because it's past 9:30, I just wanted to get a 1 round of combat in, and also to give the point and assassin an actual chance to attempt to hit it at least.
Thanks.
Yeah, I tried 4 times.
Oh, I would.
No, 5 times.
5 times,
five.
yeah.
Wait, no, I think it's only melee, isn't it? If you hide. Does my pentacle count as a sneak attack? I don't think it does, right?
It has to be a finesse weapon.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. It's a technical finesse weapon. I mean,
No.
it has
I mean,
finesse.
Actually-
if it uses whip,
Is it a melee spell attack?
I think it is.
Because then you have
technically.
advantage, I
Yeah,
think, because of me. Because I'm Path of the Wolf.
Is it a melee though?
I also
Because it has to be. It has to be
It'd be
next
melee.
to it.
Yeah,
Yeah, a
that'll be
melee spell attack against one creature within 10 feet.
Yeah, but it's got advantage because of Totem the Spirit Wolf.
Oh.
Yeah, roll again.
Then we go. Where's the fucking button?
Let's see if you can swing your luck all the way to the other side.
Never mind.
Never mind.
I tried.
Still garbage. Still garbage, folks. Still garbage.
Could I try and bend luck?
Do you have that?
Yes. What if that's something you can use a reaction to do?
I thought Bend Luck was like a later ability for you. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of Mako that had bend luck. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's like, wait, Bend Luck is level 1?
But as we are ending there, before the Titans had the Titan stomach worms had its full turn, we'll see what devastation it wreaks next week as it begins regenerating its wounds. Professor, I need you to give me an insight check.
Who?
You.
Professor.
An insight check?
Wait, which professor? Did you mean Dr. Zormir?
Oh yeah, there's Dr. Zormir, there's Alvina, and the Professor are all professors.
Yeah, which
There are
professor
3
did you mean?
professors.
Oh, I need to have Professor as well, because that could be Professor Ass.
Professor Ass.
Professor
Professor.
Ass is in the building.
I mean, Professor Point does have a nice ring to it.
Hmm. Maybe we
Professor.
should all be Professor.
Oops. Professor.
It's 11. The professor, as you kind of stare at it, and it actually kind of it's turning its body and kind of writhing and moving a little bit. With your vantage point, you actually gleam downwards at the kind of top of this gash along its side, and you can see the kind of pinkish purplish crystal, little shards of them, kind of tiny, maybe like the size of your pinky or something, a little bit smaller than your pinky, but there's a couple dozen, almost like something's kind of glazed against it. As you're looking at these, there's something familiar about it, something worryingly familiar. You kind of get a warning kind of feeling in the back of your head that that's a bad sign. You just can't quite remember why. And that's where we're going to end.
Turns out Alvina's essentially hacking at uranium, and when she finally cracks it, it's going to explode.
All right,
I think
thank
I
you
know
all
what's the
for...
cards next time.
Thank you all for playing. Thank you all for watching.
That was great.
This has been The Yard, episode 10, and we will return next week fighting a giant Titan stomach worm.
Oh.
Things I gotta say. And the beginning our journey out of the scrap yard. Where hopefully
I
I'll
won't
actually
be
have here and more maps and stuff prepared.
Nice.
You're not gonna be here, James?
No, I'll be in Greece.
Have fun with that.
Professor dies.
You don't get trapped.
Yeah. I guess that was it.
Is this?
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Hey.
Bye.
Tell when you're done, Bob.
Yo.
R.I.P. Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since we were singing rock ballad last week, R.I.P. Meatloaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You finished, Bob?
Yeah, I'd already pressed the
Okay.
button before you said.
You got it on mine, it's fine. So yes, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back on Monday. These guys will not be back on Monday, they'll be back at some point.
I'll be back on Tuesday, but on my stream.
Stop promoting your own show
I'm never
on my
back.
thing that I promote you on. I already promote you on.
Any day in your dreams.
So, thank you very
your
much for
night.
watching. Have a fantastic evening, every single one of you. Keep playing video games, keep being awesome. You guys are best on the Switch. See you on Monday. Good night!